Was the NFL seminar.
Hey man, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is volume 61 of
Oh,
Show
my
Your Work
God.
Network. You know what I'm
Great
saying?
segue.
We bike. You know how we got to 61. I don't know, but damn it, we're gonna keep it moving, man. So let's just go ahead and get started, man. It's DJ Larry. You can follow me at DJ Larry 0093. And to my right, I have Nelson at Who Is Original, and of course my brother at 2L's Youngin, man, Trey. Shout out to you. You understand? Now, got some illustrious guests today. I'm gonna start off. First of all, got my brother, Soul Man himself, at Earl got Soul Man of Guessing from the Stands, man. How you feeling today, Earl?
We're shaking. Everything good, man. Everything good. Happy to be back.
Appreciate it. And I have a illustrious special guest, man, friend of the show, man. He can come through anytime.
This is third appearance. Third.
Hey, man.
That's
more,
love.
More to come, man.
That's love.
Mr. SSID himself, Mr. Black Variant himself.
Yes, sir.
Mr. A+ references.
Yo,
Converse's. Shots of Rue Bennett.
Yo,
We was on the same wavelength.
Rue was on her Ghostface last episode.
Converse is running like they Nike Airs on me.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. But nah,
man,
man,
what's
what's up with
Task
y'all
Force
boys?
Tuesday.
Man, we happy to be here, man.
And if she let off a shot or two, bro.
Lori was in the black car.
Yeah, man. I gotta catch up with this show, man, because America is loving this young lady on dog food.
I had no idea what the fuck they're talking about, but I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So it's all
not
good.
Euphoria, aka
Euphoria. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Euphoria, man. But shit. Van if I'm correct, SSID is coming back soon.
Oh, very soon. And hey, all y'all niggas gotta come on, man. We getting real. Hey, man. We got some shit in the works, man.
Real problematic hours back.
Hey, man. If y'all knew it was on the way, man.
Hey, man. You already know we with the shenanigans, man.
Yes,
so we definitely doing it. B-Dot, get the fuck on, dog. Get the fuck on, man.
Yo, B-Dot really Joe Budden when they killed Eddie Murphy on Twitter, bro. He said every you gotta relax.
It's always a white person. It's never like Michael Hayes died. Like, nigga, what? Yo, shout out to B-Dot being in the comments though.
He'll say R.I.P. Nancy Pelosi or some shit.
Like, what?
Like, fam. What?
Yeah, that nigga, different breed, man. Different breed, man.
Built differently.
Built differently, man. All right, man. So a while ago, I'm gonna say volume 40. Yes, volume 40. We did the 2009 to 2012 mixtape convo for the blog era. Great conversation. It was kind of on the fly, so we may have to, redo that and get into details about that later. But that was a great conversation.
Enough.
But see, I'm no selling it. Anyway, anyway,
just no selling it.
Nah. Anyway, like I said, so I came up with the bright idea, and I said, you know what? Let's talk about 06 to 08 because shit, that's when the classics was really, really dropping. So I felt it was only right to get my East Coast brothers in here, and let's get to this shit. So, as you can see, my boy Neil has on the Snowman t-shirt. We're gonna talk about that in a bit, man. But let's talk about something fun real quick. Let's talk about where y'all were when DJ Drummer and Cannon got arrested back in 07.
Shit, I was in.
Woo!
I was in high school.
Man. Yeah, I was in 12th grade. What month was that?
January 07.
No, I was in 11th grade. Okay. Yeah, I was in 11th grade.
10th.
Damn, I was in 8th grade. I was in 8th grade.
Damn, you were young.
I was in 8th grade too, man.
Yeah, I was in 8th
So
grade.
I say, yeah, bro. I was in the 7th.
That's like pre-Soulja Boy.
All right, since
era.
me and Nelson are AARP members on this pod today.
Man, y'all are 2 years, man. Listen.
Nah, don't let the other generation tell it. They be like, "Oh, you old as hell."
I can tell you this though. So I was in high school. I was the CD nigga, man. Like I real live, like So it was. Let me tell you
That
how
was a real
crazy it was.
profession though back in the day. Like,
Hey,
it
man,
was.
listen, bro.
Hey, no,
'cause, like,
as a fellow CD man, trust me, it was. Youngin,
This what
me
it
and Youngin to
was,
tell our
like-
story in a minute, but go ahead, Earl.
No, you good. So like, it used to be so crazy, right? Man, listen. I mean, I used to like use the CD burner at my church back in the day too, because they had like the 10. They had the 10
you
CD
was
burners.
hustling.
So like, you know what I'm saying?
it was
Oh,
gonna
you was
raid
going.
you.
Yo,
My
listen,
son was going
listen.
crazy. That's the real
Listen,
streaming
bro.
farm.
No,
That's the
no,
real
yo,
streaming farm.
I was streaming farms. That's facts. So when they got arrested, I'm like, what the fuck is finna happen with business? As if I'm signed to these niggas, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I was just making my bread when they released. Wasn't nobody going out there to download something. This is before MP. This is like the last run before MP3 players took the world over. Before we got the iPod Touches and shit. This is like the last one. When them no skip Walkmans was available in Walmart for like $25, shit was going crazy.
Yeah.
So when they got arrested, I ain't gonna lie, that shit felt like, damn, dog. Like it felt like almost like not Kobe retiring, but it was just like a moment, dog. Like you knew where you was when you heard that raid happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that was one of the first viral videos to hit MySpace for real was that news news report.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah,
How
man.
many of y'all had free DJ drama on your MySpace banner? Because that's what that show had it on mine. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was fucking with drama. I was fucking with Don Cannon too, man. Don Cannon had the beats, man. He was blessing niggas.
Don Cannon.
Yes, sir. That's an all-time rap drop right there, man.
All time.
And easily. Especially if it's real, you recognize where it was from because that's from Madden when he missaid Gannon and he said Cannon. Like, everybody.
Yep.
Gannon steps back. Like, that was a classic time, man. And just thinking about it when I hear all the stories about like all of the tapes that were, I'm like, bro, Outkast had a Gangsta Grillz, bro. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Man.
Jim had
bro, that shit is amazing.
There's mad Gangsta Grillz that like I'm like, damn, they did have a Gangsta Grillz.
No, but it didn't. No, what I'm saying is the Outkast Gangsta Grillz got seized in that raid.
I was say it never came out.
Right.
Oh,
the only song that made it out was Art of Storytelling Part 4.
Part 4.
Which
is on his album. Yeah,
which that got rated too.
Low key, no one talks about this. DJ Drama's first album, fire.
It's one of the better. It's one of the better DJ albums all time.
Let's look at the track list. Actually, that's a good.
I'll pull it up.
Pull it up. Oh, there you go. You got it.
I pull it. Yeah.
Gangsta Grillz.
Man, making money, smoking. Man, listen, bro.
Let's see.
Hey, and that was like the peak of my line.
Pictures. The Canyon remix.
Feds Taking Pictures was hard, man.
Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna share the track list.
5001s.
I got 5,001. Hey, that's
with Pharrell and Clips.
All right, so let's start. Let's take it from the top. Hey, you got the setup, Gangsta. That Gangsta Grillz intro with Lil Jon was so hard. Feds Taking Pictures. Keep it man. Keep it gangster.
Look at the producers on this shit though. Like,
yeah.
Dame Grease did do Feds Taking Pictures. Wow, I forgot about that. Yo, Dame Grease deserves his flowers, by the way.
That's what we're here for today. We're gonna get to it.
Swiss Beats took all his credit.
Now we're gonna talk about it in a minute.
We'll leave that alone.
Y'all from New York, we're gonna talk about it in a minute, man. So you got Making Money Smoking Weed, 5001s, Art of Storytelling Part 4. Damn near the best. I mean, it is damn near the best song on this project. Cat Williams interlude. 187.
Beneath the
Diamonds. Talk About Me. No More. 30 Cents. Man, 30 Cents was so hard.
Word on the street. They are piff. I be getting higher than J.
Okay, so here. All right. So what's the best track on this album? Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That Cheers with Pharrell and Clips is so hard, dog. Like so hard.
Cheers was a good.
I don't have a I mean, obviously it's Art of Storytelling Part 4 for me, but for me, like what I fuck with this album is it shut down a lot of the drama only fucks with Southern artists. It shut a lot of that shit down real quick.
Josh, you came at the perfect time, my boy. 786 official is
okay, y'all boys.
Roll the man.
Log one, y'all boys.
Yeah,
bro. We're talking about drama.
Chilling my youth. So yeah, that was definitely an interesting time, man. Like I don't think I I think that was the hardest one in a while because don't get me wrong, Khaled's early albums are classics too, but it was great to hear someone else outside of Khaled. And then before Khaled, it was just DJ Clue, really.
Clue and Green Lantern, pretty much.
Clue.
Funk Flex. Funk Flex had
a couple.
Yeah.
Funk Flex only got the Biggie and Pac freestyle, man. Let's be real.
Nah, he got.
Come on, man.
No. Listen, I know we cut ass on Flex, but I was looking at some of them tapes and I'm like, nah, there's some good freestyle. Like Volume 2 is good because Volume 2 is like very early Big Pun.
Yeah.
Big Pun and Fat Joe freestyle. Everybody wants to repost now.
Since we here, let's get it out the way now. Rest in peace to DJ White Owl, man. For sure.
Shout out to White Owl, J Arms.
Right, man. Man.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
We're gonna get
Big Mike pass?
Yo,
no.
So let's talk about Big Mike because I mean we talk about Gangsta Grillz, but y'all remember mixtapes.com and Big Mike, Evil Empire, and Trapaholics had mixtapes.com. So when that got raided in 2008, that shut a lot of shit down too. If that doesn't happen, you don't get Trapaholics the DJ. So that's a major moment in time too that doesn't get talked about. Like, don't get twisted. I'm not comparing it to the Gangsta Grillz moment because that's huge, but the Gangsta Grillz domino started affecting everybody. Like everybody. They cut, man, they got it. If any nigga was a mixtape DJ, they was on your ass. So yeah, it was crazy. But I guess where y'all want to go with this next, man? Because I mean, we got some topics, bro. Like,
I'll let y'all
shoot them bitches up there.
Let's talk about some of the standout artists at that time, like who really or made their name in that time, for that matter.
All right, okay, so let's do this then. All right, so let's do this. So Nell, for you from 06 to 08, like on the iPod, because the phone didn't come out later, but on the iPod, your Sony MP3 player zooms like.
I have a Zoom. I had a
because motherfuckers really had the big.
The Zoom was hot for like 6 months.
Nah.
That shit was a big ass block.
Keep it real. Which one of y'all got the sand disc from your grandmama? Let's talk about it.
SanDisk was the first iPod. Don't hate.
Don't hate. SanDisk was the beginning.
The
SanDisk was the beginning, bro. That was,
Hey, that might be title
I'm here
number
for the
one.
niggas who had the 128 megabyte memory card in your PSP.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. PSP was the real trapping.
The PSP was the MP3 player. Yeah.
First song I had on there was "Wipe Me Down."
Real. That's real.
This the Fox version. No Boozy, no Webby.
Just Fox. Yes, sir. Just
Fox. A million.
That's real. That's real hip hop. That's real hip hop right there.
Real talk is fucking. I had "Swinging" as my first song on that shit.
That
shit was so crispy. Traded True Swinging.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember what was my first MP3
Then they had the remix with Jim Jones on it.
I think my first MP3 song was definitely probably like Jeezy from Inspiration. Jeezy like to drink, Jeezy like to smoke. Yeah, I think that's my first one.
Oh, I'm lying. My first iPod song was Laffy Taffy. Come on now.
Wow.
Come on now.
Wow.
On the shuffle, you couldn't even pick your songs. You just had to
whatever came on, you just had to live with it.
Yo, shout out to my sister, man, because she had the iPod before me, man, and she used to keep nothing but bullshit on it, man. So I'm trying to find
man Sierra.
Nigga, I'm talking about I'm listening to goddamn. I'm trying to get the Jeezy
Promise.
Nigga, Jeezy come on one song, next song is Destiny's Child. Like, man, don't take this shit off.
Hey, and that's what I'm saying, nigga. Speaking of Zooms, like niggas laugh, but Beyonce really sold hella Zooms with that motherfucking commercial. She sold them shits and she sold them off Nintendo DS's too.
Let me tell you, niggas was
sold both of them shit,
bro. Yeah, damn. The PSP memory card, you had to be a real nigga, dog. Like a real nigga, man.
Yeah, you were certified if you had one of them.
I had to pay my man to set it up for me, man.
And shit, Earl, I was gonna say too, man. You talking about CD, man? Listen, y'all don't know the struggle of burning the CD before your bus comes for school. And that bitch.
Listen, nigga, you getting up at 4:30?
Man,
that nigga had orders to fill. You hear me?
y'all laughing like this is literally young and tell the people how we met, bro.
That man
Like,
had orders to fill, my boy.
tell the people how
He
me
had
and you
orders to
actually
fill.
tell the people how me and you actually met.
I
Like,
swear to God, I didn't know who that nigga was until I wanted a mixtape. I swear to God, I wanted a mixtape. They said, my folks said, shit, my nigga Kevin, he said, man, shit, go holler at Lil Larry. Who the fuck is Lil Larry? Come to me on lunch. All right. Walk up to this nigga. You Lil Larry? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I need this mixtape. I need that mixtape. My nigga came through for me. And my nigga ass said,
so yeah, like
All right, CD man.
CD man.
Black Brotherhood, everybody. Black
Black
Brotherhood.
Black
Brotherhood.
history
That's
right there.
That's
That's
Black history.
Real
Black
Yeah.
history.
yeah.
Black history, man. Niggas getting
mixtape.
cool off of mixtapes. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
You learn a lot with them mixtapes.
yes, sir. But nah, man, it wasn't nothing like, man, when that bitch was like, we'll be done in 5 minutes. And then the bus come and you trying to wait because you like, bruh, I gotta get this bitch off. And then the bus come down the street. Like, man, I think in my 8th grade year, man, I burned so many damn copies of Inspiration and Back to the Basics, dog, man.
The LimeWire was smoking.
Woo!
That computer would sound like the fucking one train.
Man,
Let me tell you, and shout out to my nigga Bill Clinton. If you had a fake MP3 and you got the Bill Clinton sound, you had to go back and re-download that whole year.
You either had Bill Clinton or you had cranked that on your shit.
Hey, bro. Hey, the statute of limitations up now. Fuck it, bro. I had that whole Gangsta Grillz album that we just talked about from LimeWire. I'm trying to find.
So did I.
Hey,
bro, do you know how much of my music discography was off LimeWire alone that I just kept through laptops and laptops and laptops?
That's a fact.
Chloe was good.
Chloe was good.
Yeah, Chloe, turn in for this history lesson because when you was like 3,
Beat out. Wait till I get back to New York. Yeah, when
you was like 3, Chloe, like niggas was going crazy through it, trying to make it to the bus stop with the CDs and don't run out of CD cases.
Hell no. Hey, nah. That's when you had the sleeve.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
that's how you bonded with niggas on field trips in schools. Like you looking at their CDs, like, oh, this nigga got some heat. Like I fuck with bro. Like, you know what I mean?
And youngin' to tell you, bro. Like I used to be so fucking detailed with the shit. Like I didn't just put like Jeezy, Kane Bandstum. I used to put like Jeezy, DJ Drama, DJ Ken, like on the CD.
Real shit, bro. My nigga really could have had a whole mind shit. 3 for 10. You feel me? He could have had a whole 3 for 10 at the backpack going for real. Hey, but he I'ma just burn it. I'ma let you get it. You feel me? Like,
I used to buy the DJ and the no DJ versions of shit. It's like,
okay, we're gonna talk about Wayne later, but nah, that's the thing, Van. So being out where I'm at in the fucking woods, right? Like, bruh, my internet back in the G used to be so trash. So like I would download what I could from LimeWire, right? But real shit, I bought Dedication 2 from like FYE, right? And like the CD version that they had in there, which was a bootleg, by the way. Like it was from BCD Music Group, which again, that's that raid we were talking about earlier. Like that's why they shut that shit down. It only had like 19 songs. So like years later, I'm like, damn, what the fuck is Georgia Bush? What is this? Like, I ain't never heard this shit before.
Also, your version didn't have Georgia Bush on it?
Damn, no, trash, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you. Let me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up right now. And I'm gonna tell you what it left off. Like the shit, it had like most of it on there, but like it left off like because I think Dedication 2 is like 27 songs. That shit had to. Okay, I'm gonna tell you where it left off. It left off South Music. It left off the What You Know remix. It left off Getting Some Head.
Damn.
It left off Georgia Bush and
Weezy's you at Dedication 1.5.
Nah, I think the last track that was on there was No Other, which is my favorite track on there. But I'm saying like it left off a lot. I'm glad it didn't leave off Where the Cash at. Thank God it kept that on there.
Yeah,
but like, yeah. But nah, I went back and like downloaded the shit later on. Like, yeah, but nah, man, them niggas left off everything. Like, I'm like, damn, like, And the funny thing is, if you look at the back cover, which I'm gonna try to pull that up for us to look at, you can see the track list and everything there. But I mean, my shit didn't have that. I'm like, damn. So that's just the type of shit. But I'm not the only nigga that got ganked like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's mad songs like I've just recently found out about, like on niggas mixtapes and shit, man.
Or mad shit I found out, or mad shit that you found out. What's up, pops? Or shit that you found out that people like they were recycling on other tapes.
Oh, Wayne was notorious for that. Like niggas
Gucci
would
was
take
doing that
Wayne
too.
verses from everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Now Gucci,
a little bit,
like,
some songs,
yeah,
some
a little bit.
A little bit, nah, man.
Nah,
in this time period, Gucci, like Chicken Talk 1 is basically hard to kill.
Wasn't it
I'm
Bird
about to
Flu
say,
too?
man, bro, Gucci was a re-rock king.
I respect it.
Them Ice Attack mixtapes, like, yeah, dog. Gucci
it
said, "Oh, you ain't hear that on the last one. You gonna hear it
You
again."
gonna hear it again? You hear me?
Yeah, definitely.
His whole run was re-rocks. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit, I'm looking at some of these tapes now, like I'm like, damn. Nah,
Gucci
some
run
of this
06, 08 was
rocks, too.
crazy, man.
It was.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about it. And Nell, you wanna go ahead and just let the people know now, or what you want to do with
Shit,
that?
what was I listening to? I was listening to a lot. So like, if I had to, like, obviously the South Gangsta Grillz with Jeezy, and we know the ones to listen to. But aside from that, like, it was a lot of the D Block stuff. Because I mean, Styles was fucking putting out a mixtape every 4, 5, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss,
Damn near.
I mean, Jada Kiss, because here's the bullshit. Like, Jada Kisses, they count the official mixtapes, like the 3 Champions Here's and a couple, but like there were some that had like freestyles on them, like The Predator Is Back, which had like was like songs that he was doing at the time, and then plus a lot of the freestyles from like the Jordan Tower films, like Big Mike basically threw that all together.
Right.
So it was like
So we're gonna
What's
talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in a second. We talk about Wayne, because the Predator's Back is drought is over 3, and we're gonna talk about that. Because boy,
members of Bird Gang, Jones's tape, you know, the Jones
That's a
Stack,
classic.
Stacks
you know,
Jones
No
tape.
Matrix.
R.I.P. Stacks, man.
Harlem's American Gangster.
I mean, Cam had Public Enemy #1 too at this time. That was 07.
Facts.
How many public domains were you listening to back then in $1 Million Baby?
Niggas, yes, that's the answer.
Yeah, there was a lot. I think.
Yo, shout out Lazy K though.
Shout out to Lazy K, real one.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold on. I actually have them pulled up. So, because Max
B-Dot
got,
said you was listening to Charles Hamilton. That's crazy.
bro, B-Dot need to. B-Dot was listening to the Backwoods. Shut the fuck up.
This is backwards is crazy.
He
I mean,
was
not
Niggas
Charles
listening
Hamilton
to-
wasn't
Well,
bad
not
for
that
his
crazy,
small
but-
run.
Didn't Little Brother have a mixtape around this
They
time?
did. They had a Gangsta
Yeah.
Grillz too.
That's the one with
Ooh,
Kanye.
yeah, separate.
Little brother had that's the
separate but equal.
Separate but
Super
equal.
equal. Yeah. Styles had Ghost That Sat by the Door.
Mm-hmm.
That was his Gangsta Grillz. And then Max had $1 Million Baby, Public Domain, the prequel, Public Domain 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, which is that one I remember. $1 Million Baby 2, 2.5. Coke Wave was 09. Coke Wave was 09 actually.
No, Coke Wave 1 is December 08. So this is
Oh, it was are you sure?
I promise
Actually,
you.
it might have been.
I had to because I got the DVD. So yeah,
it says it got announced in 08, but I guess Wavy Crockett came out. Domain Diego, Ghoul Music with Dame Grease.
Now,
You know what? A decent mixtape at this time too. I know I'm probably wild for this, but Cassidy, The Hustle's Home.
They know ain't what, bro.
Nah, Cassidy.
Nah,
Nah,
I don't remember this.
The Hustle's Home was a good tape.
Now Cassidy is a legend. Don't get it twisted. He may be a cornball.
Weird
but
beats aside.
He's a legend.
Like his booty, but
yeah, no.
I do not remember listening to that Jim Jones Gangsta Grillz, but
Nah, that show's fire, dog. That show's
the members of Bird Gang or 7
Nah.
7 Day Theory.
Nah, no, don't
came out
do
in
that.
06.
Oh yeah, 7 Day Theory was fine. That was Thanksgiving 06, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
It was. It was definitely 06.
There you go. You see? When we listen to rap like that, he understood it. And not to mention, he took ARs out the creative loop. But that's the shit. Like,
That's true. That's what we needed though at the time.
but that's how that's the wild part is there's an article from NPR that I was reading earlier. I forgot who shared it, but it was in the chat and I was reading about reading about that, and like Drama was saying when that shit happened with the raid, he was like, it's crazy how like the mixtape is kind of how these people found out about these artists yet, because y'all not making enough money on it. Y'all want to y'all want to call you guys want to make criminal charges out of this.
Yo, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the timestamp now so we can go ahead and get to this. Since we talking about drama, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share the screen and we're gonna go through this. We'll talk as far as these Gangsta Grillz tapes.
How many are there?
Hold on, no. Let's go through history right quick. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Nigga, you on my live mixtape?
Yeah.
God damn. Welcome to Saigon.
Shit, boy.
That was a good tape.
Welcome to
Everybody
the
thought Saigon was gonna be him, man.
Man.
Hey man, Contraband, that had Come Again on there. Stocking Cap.
Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and timestamp this now. 20s.
Countdown Tales from the Hood edition.
My boy went to live
mixtape. Damn, Young Dro Day One was then. Sheesh.
Yo, Dro
amazing.
Was him, man. Dro was him.
Was him? Man.
I'm about to say Dro steal him.
Don't play with Mr. Jamaican Beef Patty.
That might still going.
Earl needs to cut that man a check, bro.
Yeah.
Pharrell one classic.
The Busta one though. Busta one don't get talked about. That was
one was
I don't remember.
I told you so.
I never.
It
was right after.
I told you so.
I told you so, bro.
I told you so. Yeah.
That
Pharrell yo, in my mind
Yeah,
that may be the best. That may be the best. That may be the top 3 best drama mixtape that has not gotten it down with no DJ version.
Which one?
Yes.
Pharrell's tape.
Yeah.
Pharrell doesn't have it. Pharrell's isn't no. I think the only songs that are like were actual like official songs was. Can you pull the track list up actually, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure.
I just remember the Ice Cream Man freestyle when he was on the.
Yeah, because when Skateboard King was over Liquid Swords, the trap. Yeah, Music for the Gangsters over Trap or Die with T.I. was fire. Now keep scrolling down. Now I remember these are all freestyles. Bro, him singing expose hooks is hilarious though. Yeah, the lavish, because lavish was on Twista's album, but everything else was straight up freestyles.
Was Swag International on there, or am I making that up?
Nah, Swag International was supposed to be on In My Mind, but it was like a bonus track on In My Mind, like in Japan or some shit. Because he was supposed to have the Daddy Yankee song too, and then everything got leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing about a lot of these Gangsta Grillz too. Is like when projects got leaked, they just said, "Fuck it, let's go with drama and put them out as Gangsta Grillz." Because
that was a good alternative though.
It was because all right, and now some of these on here are not like Down with the King. This is a late upload, but that was like 04, so disregard that. But like, look, bruh, this Young Buck mixtape, like, bruh, let me tell y'all,
it's a trap house.
Buck in 06, 07. Dog, like in the South,
his ass
off. Bro.
Yeah, no.
Buck got the best verse on Fast Taking Pictures, in my opinion.
I mean,
like
who's not wrong?
Who's that picking him up, man? Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Bro, the blocking.
I think people forget how good Buck was, man.
Buck was the one, bro.
No, Buck was
50 tends to have that kind of power to change how you look at a rapper.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean he does, but because Buck the World, man. Whew, I remember the first time I heard "Get Buck with Me," dog. Like, man,
yeah, Get Buck is crazy.
Even that video, I remember when that debuted on 106.
Man,
like,
man, listen. Then you got
Money in the Bag, Little Scrappy, yeah.
You got so Welcome to My Block, Block ENT, bro. Like,
damn,
bro. Block ENT don't get enough credit, but
that Boys in the Hood album is hard, man. I don't care nobody.
Not even Boys in the Hood. My nigga Gorilla Zoe.
Yo, hold on.
Bro. Hood nigga is that song.
Hood figure, because I can't. I'm not gonna.
I know, yeah. Respect.
They be trying to get, y'all. I see
no
you
trying to make a joke.
I ain't Joe. Listen, man, that beat is fucking insane.
Bite Down, man.
Lost.
The version with Wayne though.
Yeah, the Wayne version.
Nah, Gorilla Zoe
Georgia,
hits,
man. Zoe was that dude.
Zoe was hot for like a year, man.
Nah. Okay, let me be 100 with you. Nah.
I'm about to say a year.
Zoe had like 3-4 years
Oh,
dog, in
Zoe
the
had a
South.
good.
Like,
Zoe
He
had a
was
good
booming
3
like that. I
years.
know Zoe.
hell
Yeah, Zoe had a good 3
Type
years,
shit, type
bro.
shit.
Because
Nah,
look,
so
you
sick.
gotta remember, man, Jock went away. Jock just disappeared for like 4 years, and Zoe
Mhm.
was holding that shit down, my nigga. Like,
Yeah, I know
yo.
Zoe was booming. I know it was like that though. That's crazy.
Now I'm gonna show you in a minute, but nah, Zoe.
I'm
was
learning.
one-
I'm writing all this shit
Hey
down.
man,
I'm
hey, this
gonna
is,
back.
hey yo, this
My
is
guy said I'm note taking.
this
Trust
is
me.
educational, man. Like, bruh, the Beanie Siegel Streets is watching tape.
Wow, I haven't heard that fucking tape.
Yo,
Wow.
Carmelo Anthony's tape. Let the games begin.
Nah,
What?
I don't
Who was
remember
on that
that
Been
tape?
to
shit.
Snowman
Listen,
Swisher House. Need
listen,
that.
listen.
Everybody is on that Carmelo tape.
Hold on.
This is when isn't it? This is when he introduced Berg. Yes, you got Berg.
Yeah, that's when Berg was Iceberg.
Me too. That's hilarious.
Mhm. Yeah, man.
Nah,
Told you everybody's on that tape.
This a real CD main mixtape.
Yeah, man.
Definitely
Jim Jones,
CD.
Claudette
Nah,
Ortiz, bro.
Claudette
What year is this?
Hey, Claudette
Just-
Ortiz,
Nigga got the
respectfully.
city
Shout
high
out
feature.
September
That's crazy.
September 20th, 06, bro. Like, this is we're still in 06, bro.
That's
We ain't even
we
back
still
to
in
08
06.
yet, bro.
Yo, you see, and y'all be talking about Carmelo. Listen, Carmelo Anthony had. I forgot about this tape, but the John Cena tweet too.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Nah,
Let me
listen,
tell
y'all be acting like David Stern wasn't about to kick Carmelo out the league for his.
Man,
Hey, he was, he was.
Shout
But
out
you
to
know
the
what?
Stop Snitching DVD.
Listen. With all due respect to old age, but look who's still here.
Hey man.
Who
Hey,
got
yo,
back?
dude,
Come
that ain't
on,
shit,
who
man.
got back
that
in the
ain't
league?
come on, man.
Who got back in the
shit,
league?
Prince
Listen,
is
man. David
crazy.
Stern. Shout out to Dave. You know, David Stern did what he did. He tried to kick Melo out the league, but listen, man, you can't keep him down,
Can't
bro.
ban the snowman, nigga.
Can't ban the snowman.
That's
Can't
crazy.
ban Melo.
That man
That's
Melo had
crazy.
niggas drawing guns at him
Bruh,
if he gave him a
they
foul.
kicked him
Hey
out the
man,
league.
shout out to
They
George
kicked him
Carl,
out the
man.
league and came back.
Nah,
Fuck George Carl. Fuck
That's what I'm
George Carl.
saying.
about to
Melo
say,
had
man.
to put them
Come
goonies
on,
on him.
Bro,
man.
George Carl is the Jeff Fisher of the NBA, bro.
Yo,
Fuck
I love
outta
how
here.
everybody in
Goonies on
unison was like,
Fucking
man, fuck
ass.
George Carl.
Fuck George Carl. He's a fucking scumbag, bro.
That's
Fuck
why Melo
him.
put them Be More Goons in the Stop Stitching DVD. He was like, hey
Yeah.
man, play my
Yeah,
boy,
bro.
man.
Yeah. Then he want to make his little book talking about shit on people, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You
George
could have won a
Carl.
champion. You could have won a championship with Gary Payne and Sean Kemp. Shut the fuck up. Next. Fuck George Carl. All right, shout out to Blood. Jim Jones
Blood
Saturday
Raw.
Theory.
Hold on,
Yo,
7
Blood
days.
Raw one of the
Blood
most
Blood
Raw.
Raw had a
Yes,
Gangsta
sir.
Grillz. Wow.
Nah, indictment papers is
remember
hard,
that
bro.
No.
Like,
I'm not trying to be crazy.
No,
I'm like,
no,
damn,
you're
he
not.
really
I'm
made
just
that
saying.
shit.
No. We get into the good ones, man. So
Blood
shout
Raw
out
was the
to
best part of
Jim Jones.
USDA.
Hey, that Jim Jones 7-day theory, boy. I'm telling y'all.
shout
I
out
gotta
to
listen to that
Jaja,
album.
bro.
That's
Shout out
Jaja.
to Jaja.
Hey, what you sipping on Hook
Dade
legendary?
County,
What you drinking
Dade
on?
County
man?
legend, bro.
Yes, she
Dade
is.
County legend.
Yes, she is.
Excuse
man.
me? Why she a Dade County legend?
Cause she's
What you mean?
she's
I'm
from
damn
Dade
dead
County.
ass.
from Dade
I
County.
forgot she was from Dade
I
County.
did thought she was from Uptown.
Yo, me too.
But
Who
everybody
y'all talking
did, though.
about?
Jaja from
Oh yeah,
Birdman.
yeah, she definitely from Dade.
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
She used to be at the Carol Mart all the time.
Dog, Dade
So she was
County
Jim
legend,
Jones'
man.
cousin or something.
Yo.
I don't
Nah.
do them kind of
Never
things what
mind.
he did with Jaja with your cousin, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
man.
is
Oh,
I
whoa,
mean,
whoa.
What do you mean by that?
I'm
Fabio Jones? Okay.
Whoa.
all right.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
That's where y'all going?
Jones.
Whoa.
Nah,
Whoa.
don't say Jones after that one. No.
Whoa.
This is a sick Negro.
Yo, wait, hold on.
All right, man. I am the street dream, which does not get talked about enough, bro. Man,
Underrated.
man, let me look at this track list, dog.
Put that track list up.
Bruh,
Spaceships on Bankhead.
you know what it is.
You got this tape?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I got what
Jeezy,
it takes.
come on, bro.
I
bro.
do
First
this.
fight.
I do this. Oh my god.
Do y'all remember whooping niggas' asses to I Do This on Def Jam Icon? Do y'all remember this?
Black history.
Black history. Shout out to
I
the
love
people.
it. Come
Hey,
on, man.
do you remember getting that PS3 or Xbox and felt like you was stunned when you had this shit?
Man, life changing.
Life changing.
I love
Pee
it.
Wee Roscoe was on this song, like Pee Wee Lil Roscoe, man. Like
God.
I love it.
Spaceships on Bankhead.
Child of God, what it is, Grew Up a Screw Up, man.
Damn.
I'm a G2.
The
Yeah,
top,
bro, that shit was a real live album.
back
Back
remix.
Hold on. I
Undefeated.
ain't
Yeah,
gonna-
it was
I'll
an
be
album
right
for
back.
real.
Yeah, this was the album, bro.
Bro, and the funny thing is he's got this on streaming, but it's a lot of songs that he ain't got on there. Like I Do This is not on streaming, and I'm tight.
Damn.
But I think it's because shout out to my boy Spook. He was telling me that I think DJ Speedy leaked it. So I think he never got the clearance for the record. And I think whoever he sampled like years later took that shit down. So yeah. Shout out to Shawty Red too for sampling Pycon's theme from Dragon Ball on You Know What It Is, dog. Like that is legendary shit, man. But I Am the Street Dream. Yeah,
I Am the Street Dream was fire. Wait a second. Was USDA's mixtape this time?
it was
too?
It
was an album.
It was an
Right?
album, but it's Cold Summer. That's 07. Yep.
Corporate Thuggin',
That's
one of the best songs ever.
Listen, Corporate Thuggin' is
Thuggin'.
a top 3 Jeezy's verse. Okay,
That's a fact.
Easily.
easily.
Jamaica. Yo, come on, man.
Come on.
Yo, so this Rich Boys tape before
Even
the album
Philip
came
was still a
out.
motherfucking thug.
Yo. All right, so this is 06, bro. Let's go to the next.
God
I'm
damn.
already seeing some legendary ones.
Hey, yo, youngin, there you go. Streets is mine.
Yeah, man.
Hey, there's a
Legendary.
song.
Legendary.
There's a song that I can't say. I'm just gonna highlight it. Yeah, that one right, number 5.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Hey, look,
Hey, man.
7th grade me walking through the hallway screaming.
Hey, man, that's a
Why
classic.
we
man.
can't talk about that song?
That's a classic.
We can talk about that song, but it's just the phrasing.
That's
you know
real
what I'm
version.
saying? That's real day. Listen,
That's that
is
real
it
version.
harder than the original TRAPS?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought I didn't want to be on the island by myself.
Yes.
Have you ever let me tell you something, bro. As a nigga that just started going to the clubs when that song came out, to what they was doing, my God.
Nigga.
Legendary,
What they was doing to them at them parties.
bro.
And then when you grow up, going to the club, nigga, and they
It's
still
so
play.
crazy
What's
to
that?
see them
Yo.
taking their kids to school now and shit.
What's that tweet? What's that tweet? I know it smelled crazy in there.
Hey, yo, nah, youngin, do you do the ratchet, bro?
Man.
Come on, man.
You don't want to go to war. Let's
It's
get
another hard
ignorant,
too.
bruh. This is a classic tape, bruh.
Bro, I'm about to download the Live Mixtapes app and just go crazy.
Yo, G, I'm finna go back to
Because
all
I
this
had
shit.
Dat Pip, but I gotta get.
Nah,
Lil
nah,
Kiki
mixtape
had
where
one.
it's at.
Got it. Yeah, Lil Kiki mixtape.
Yes, sir.
Boo Rossini, Styles P.
That was a Ghost That Sat by the Door is a classic tape.
Yo, these are two Memphis ass tapes right here. Young, you remember this? The Criminal Main tape and the Chris Style tape.
Bro, I
Criminal
didn't listen to neither one of them tapes, bro.
Nah, Chris Style though, man. I remember when he was around drumming them, man. Like, now
I saw that name on a couple tapes.
yeah, so this is some more mixtapes. This is like, keep in mind this is older, so like, but the number Gangsta Grillz, like Gangsta Grillz 16 and 17, like, yeah, bro.
Those are older. Down with the King.
Bruh, if y'all know, listen to me.
Everybody got a tape called American Gangsta. That's hilarious.
No, but this one though, dog, the I Am Atlanta, Felipe, Money Man.
Damn, Zoe's. Hold on, man. Let me hold
Zoe-
on.
Yeah,
Bro,
bro.
you got so fucked up, G.
Hold on,
Yeah, bro.
man.
You
Yo,
got so
for real.
super fucked up, bro.
Hey, man, I'm putting all these down. I'm about to go back.
I saw writing the tape down like, hi.
Yo, Slick Puller, man. Let me tell y'all, man. If Slick Puller would have had the run that he should have had at that time,
Slick Puller had the hardest verse on the Slim Thug Diamonds remix, man.
for real, yeah,
For real.
bro. How many of y'all
Skins
remember
make a nigga hot.
Already told y'all about that nigga, but
Yeah, shout out to then Gangsta Grillz 17.
Oh, shit.
This is
Hold
the
on.
last number Gangsta Grillz. What's up?
Nah, go ahead, keep going. I seen a song, but it's all right. I seen the tape, but we'll talk
Okay,
about
no,
We'll talk about those later.
Okay,
We'll talk about those later. We'll talk about those later.
5,001. Oh my God.
Whew.
I don't know where was throwing that money up.
Man, 3,000 something the song. They know remix, bruh. I'm
Black
in my
history.
cool whip inside your.
Hey, listen, man.
how about that pretty
Hey,
motherfucker?
Like,
Any kind of
hello.
guns like T.I.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Nothing better
No
than
gorge,
figuring out
have a
who was on that
desire.
song for the first time when you heard that They Know remix?
Time out. Is
Bruh,
that on
okay.
streaming? The They Know remix? It has to be.
I think
Nah,
it is.
I don't think it is.
It might
They
be.
know is. They know is. I know for a fact. No, have y'all ever heard this Stop Hiding song though? This is one of Tip's most underrated songs. If you ain't never heard it, I can't play it on here, but
I
bruh,
have.
this
They Know not on streaming. Sidebar. Damn.
yeah.
The remix.
Rapping is my hobby.
Nah, it
This is my man. Listen, I'm a beast. I'm a dog. Man, bro, it's so
say
many.
less. I got a lot of mixtapes on right now on my phone, bro.
Bruh, youngin',
I'm going, bro. The
Youngin'.
rest of this week at the gym is straight Gangsta Grillz
All right,
for
since
workouts, bro.
we talking about South shit, youngin', let's talk about the first time you heard
So
Rocco.
cool,
I'ma
Muslim,
do
that's
me,
crazy.
bro. Talk about it, bro.
Wow,
I'ma do
me.
man.
I'ma do me's a classic, G.
Swag Season is a classic. That's not a Gangsta Grillz. That's a stream tape. Shit, what's the first album? Self-Made,
Self-made. Yeah.
bruh.
Fire.
Busy,
Cheers to y'all.
busy,
Wow.
man. I'm so hood,
Yeah.
man, bruh. This song
Dunk
right
Riders. Goddamn, I ain't seen that
it's a
name in a
special
minute.
way I
County
hold
legend,
my
man.
flag,
Okay.
and I
Yo,
don't
shout
give
out
a
to Iceberg,
damn.
man.
Shout out
Shout
to
out to Iceberg.
Iceberg.
Yo,
Shout
I
out
don't
to
know if y'all-
Iceberg.
I don't know if y'all ever heard Iceberg's my partner that man. It goes way harder than the original, in my opinion. But I'm
No,
biased.
Iceberg is a legend, bro. Iceberg is a legend. Like, do y'all remember this Cat Williams tape? Because I remember.
I
was
remember it coming out, but I don't. I
I
honestly
was
do not
tripping.
remember
I was like,
listening to it.
damn, even Cat Williams got a Gangsta Grillz? Damn, nigga. Like,
Hey, man.
so.
shout out to DJ Thorough
Nah,
too.
I remember it too, cause that was when he was dissing the Young Guns and shit.
I'm
The Set
yeah.
It Off beat. He was on the Set It
Set,
Off
oh,
beat.
set it off,
man.
yeah. Crystal Little Neefy. That was disrespectful.
Yo.
I like the Young Guns, man.
We got it for cheap.
With my lighter.
Hold on, before we get to that, shout out to Big Mike and DJ Thorough. I think DJ Thorough is still DJing now. I think.
They both are.
I think it was Raekwon's DJ for a little while.
Yeah,
or
they
some
both
shit
are.
like that.
Shout out to both of them. I love to talk to Big Mike one of these days. New York legend. We got it for cheap, Volume 3.
Sir.
Whoo! Cocaine.
Put the track list up.
This is
We're
why
gonna talk about the other two. We're gonna talk about the other two because Pharrell was rap. I know people like to kind of joke on Pharrell, but Pharrell was low-key rapping his ass up on them. We got it for Cheese Boy.
He was fighting for his life, but he was trying though.
He tried.
I don't respect Pusha T slander, bro. I don't respect it.
The re-up intro.
Only thing about Push niggas was giving him number one. I'm like, nah, bro. You can't put him ahead of Gucci and Jeezy, man, during that era.
For what?
Just Coke rap? Just Coke rap? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
Gucci.
I can see why,
I mean,
bro.
I mean, honestly, Gotti too. Like,
Gotti, yeah.
I mean, like, Pusha's a legend. Don't get it twisted, but they were dropping 10 times the material he was. Now, don't get it twisted. If you drop a classic, that outweighs 10 other albums. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is a classic.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I told you that before, Larry. Like, I just feel like sometimes motherfuckers be airing their grievances out with New York in general through artists. Like, it ain't the fact that you don't like Pusha or you don't like East Coast niggas, bro. You just don't like the East Coast. You want to figure any kind of way.
Part of that was that, yeah.
That's definitely what it be.
Yeah, there's like weird grievances with New York. I'm like, bro, like y'all I know y'all was listening to this. Not now you act like you weren't on Twitter. Like, shut up, man. You was listening to Re-Up Gang.
Look, it was weird. Clip slander was weird though. Like clip slander was weird, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I expect Youngin not to, you know what I'm saying? But that's fine though. Like that's why it's important for all of us to be here because it's like, all right, we all the same age.
For real, for me at that time, I was real. I mean, I'm very Southern now with my music, but around that time, I ain't gonna lie, coming from the North, if it wasn't an album, I didn't want to hear y'all mixtape. I probably hear y'all. I hear y'all. I listen to an album. I don't want to hear y'all mixtape.
But the thing about this, which makes it so important, the shit that was dropping at this time leads the way for 09 to 2012, where it's like you have no choice but to go find the CD, man. Find the mixtape, you know what I'm saying? Because it was too hard to ignore by this point. You know, you might have been able to slip by not hearing Wayne if you was a commercial fan, but by the time you get to this point, by the time Dedication 3 came out, it was the most anticipated thing because it's like, bro, Carter just dropped. Carter got leaked 20 times. We're gonna talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? But
I think 20's being nice.
so we're gonna talk about that in
My live
detail.
mixtape app is ready for the rest of this week.
Yeah,
Scenario.
Hey,
Oh my god!
I don't even want to keep shouting them out because hey, live
Yo,
mixtape.
the casket drop.
We giving
Yo, the
y'all too
Bible
many.
drops.
We giving y'all too much promo right now. Y'all need to. You know
Hold
what
on.
I mean?
Scenario 2008 on the We Got It for Cheap Volume 3 is nuts.
Shout out to Briscoe.
So the casket drops.
Shout out to Briscoe.
If the album doesn't work, it's the Y season 2, bitch. We back to the docks. What?
We shouting out. Well, I ain't gonna say what. Well, I mean, I
So
guess
much,
it's
so
public.
much
Right?
coke. Hold on. So much coke is like the first Noel. Come on, bro. Y'all gonna
Because I
sign
was a
the clips?
J.R. Ryder fan.
Okay.
Work at Target.
I would.
But nah, I did fuck with Ryder.
He carried Jim Jones Gucci bags.
Yo, all right. Before we keep going,
Somebody
BG Hood Generals is an underrated tape.
Classic.
Y'all never heard
Absolutely.
it. It's
Fab No Competition hard.
But
Yeah,
this
facts.
BG tape, yeah, I mean
Classic.
that goes without saying. That BG tape, man, listen.
Yeah.
That was a Rich Young era with that. That was an interesting time.
Yo, real quick.
The greenhouse effect. Go ahead, Josh. My bad.
Go ahead, Josh.
For drama pushing Willie the Kid, man, and Eddie the Dark Man on every goddamn tape, man. Drums are coming for that.
And Bully the Kid.
He was forced to. It was extortion. Like it was like they because you gotta remember they own the affiliates. That's why he had to leave and start what do they call it now?
Generation Now or some shit.
But it was something before Generation Now. It was the Academy. That's what they called it. Yeah. The Academy.
Yeah.
They had to break up because that's why
they were on every tape.
That's why him and Don Cannon broke up too, because it was a whole bunch of shit going on with this.
That's when I realized
they were throwing all them fucking tapes. Yeah, because I remember like even the Boss of All Bosses tapes, like I would hear Willie the Kid on. I'm like, why is Willie the Kid on like shit? Like,
if you notice,
like they're on the movie too, it's like y'all are not needed here, bro. Like,
but if you notice, it stops in 09. Like that's when it stops. After that second Gangsta Grillz album, and he finally got out his contract with them, like that's when it really stops. But Willie the Kid was nice though. It's just he didn't fit on all of that.
He was just forced on everything.
Yeah.
And La the Dark Man, who was a Wu-Tang affiliate.
Oh, LAD.
I remember the first time like when I heard because what was like shit from Cam and Vado? That was that 2.5? That was 2.5. Because that was Boss of All Bosses 2.5. And then like I'm like, why is he on here? And then they put the version out like without him, and I'm like, dang, with all due respect to Wu-Tang affiliates, like he don't fit on this A-Rap music beat.
Yo, Winston, what's up, my boy?
What up, Winston?
So this Ludacris mixtape.
Hold on, Snoop Dogg had Gangsta Grillz. I forgot about that.
He's got multiple.
Snoop
got. You missed the Blue Cartman treatment mixtape.
The Blue Cartman, yeah. Bro, there's so much. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I'm doing. But this Luda mixtape,
I low key just remember that tape.
Yo, this
look, who popped up? Go scroll up. Who popped up? Why is there just a lot of Dark Man and Willie?
Gucci down.
See what I mean?
You got a ludicrous mention. Fucking lot of why?
And that's why I hate it because Willie is such a nice. Willie's nice, bro, but his brother was terrible, man. Like,
yeah, Willie was nice, man.
So this
but it wasn't needed,
right? Yeah, listen.
Shout out Asher Roth.
Yo, this
effect was fire.
Yo, this next line is gonna have y'all dying laugh, especially for my New Yorkers, man. Like, okay, let's go. Let's start Ron Artest. I
remember Ron Artest. Yeah, True Warrior. Yeah.
Meta.
All right, and actually, this is
classic tape.
This is the end of this is the end of 08. So we'll.
I was about to say, we going into the 09.
Well, so we sticking to 08 for this episode. Yeah. But listen, look at how the year ends. You have
movie
classic
culinary art school.
The movie set the tone for the next 10 years. Mixtape.
Culinary art school, bro. Culinary art school, my boy. Like,
Ron Artest, King.
I'm gonna say being an OJ fan at that time.
I'm booming. I'm bugging.
Yo, OJ was going crazy.
Hitman,
listen, man.
shouty, bro.
We was getting killed for listening to that shit in New York, sort of. But I ain't give a fuck. I like some of that
Willie
shit.
the Kid for the love.
Respect.
Willie and La the Dark. Wait, now what is OJ the Juice Man mentioned in the song? No.
They just throwing random records on these shits, man.
Nah, I remember that song, but like, why is it on there?
Yo, Young, you remember when they used to spell Woo the Kid's name like this? Like,
yes.
Yo,
Woo the Kid.
Yo, Vet. I mean, of course, these are older records, but I mean,
Vet Pass By is on at least 10 Gucci Made it OJ.
10? You mean like 20?
The fuck?
Yo, I was
like Bricks, son. Bricks is on like 7.
I was listening to Mr. Perfect. I'm like, why is this shit on here?
Shout out to DJ Ace, future guest on Show Your Work.
Yes.
I'm breaking that now. Future guest on Show Your Work.
Yes.
So
whoever is on this week, if y'all want to come next week, we're gonna have well, Larry, you drop it because Larry the one who set the play up.
Yeah, man. Shout out to DJ Ace, man. Host of Mr. Perfect, Salute Me, Shoot Me, Twin Towers, all that, man.
Black History.
So he will be on this week. So any listeners, anybody on this pod
this week?
You
said this week?
What you mean?
You said DJ is gonna be on this week?
No, I was saying he was supposed to be on this week, but
Okay.
we had to reschedule. So he is coming in the future. So y'all send me any questions y'all want to ask, anything about Gucci in that time period. You know, we'll be more than happy to pass that along and ask him while he, on the show. So salute to DJ Ace, man. Go back like 10 years. All right, man. So we're gonna end off with Wayne, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
I remember waiting for the mixtape. I was like literally looking at my computer, dog, waiting for the shit.
Come on, man. This probably was like the most anticipated shit at that time.
Let me tell y'all something. Track number 2 was cool, but the first time, I got a bitch named Keisha.
Come on, man.
Please
listen.
Real hip hop. What do you mean?
Come on, man.
Bro, we're not even halfway through the tape, and we already got a lot of the Dark Man and Willie the Kid. Track 2 and track 8, bro. Not even like.
Hey, man, at least one.
Them niggas are the boogeyman, bro.
They put the knife to his back like, motherfucker, you better put this tape.
Nah, they didn't even do that. They just hit him. You know I'm on the tape, right? You know I'm on the tape, right?
No, nigga, what?
Like,
yeah, you know I got a verse on your shit. What? Yeah.
You don't even know it. Like, what the hell?
Drummer just chilling. A lot of Dark Men come in. I took something.
What's that Denzel mean? I'm leaving with something.
I'm leaving with something. I came in. I'm leaving with something.
Ain't not hard,
bruh. When the interludes when he was talking shit about mixtape DJs and shit, yo,
Wayne was high out of his mind on this shit though.
The other side, she's a rider, man. Nikki, still I rise, dog. Yeah. This is before Beam Me Up Scotty, man. Like, and this is when Nikki was on. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But So Icy is the Army, better yet the Navy. Like, man. So you got Magic, man. Chloe mentioned it early, man. That Wood Wheel instrumental, man. From you. Oh man. Another Willie the Kid in A Lot of Dark, man.
God damn.
2 on here? God damn.
Got 3 of them bitches.
Young, no facial hair Drake.
Oh, that's over the David Banner joint, right?
Mine, fresh out the grass.
This is fresh. Gone. This is right before So Far Gone. This is after comeback season. Like he's still trying to find himself at this point. So
like legit, this is like 3 months before So Far Gone.
Yeah, because this came out in November and So Far Gone was
February.
Yep. So legitimately like February on that. Hell yeah. Classics, man. Classics, man.
Niggas really went through a time machine just now. That's crazy.
Nah, like this is what we here for, man. We show your work, man.
That's just one DJ.
That's just Gangsta Grillz.
That's just Gangsta Grillz because you got.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and get the timestamp now. So 54 minutes in. Let's talk about y'all's favorite other DJs at this time because again, you have DJ Smalls, you have Scream, who's going crazy at this time.
You got Big Mike.
Colors is a classic.
You got Big Mike. You got Thorough. I mean,
So
the Evil Empire.
if I had to do a time machine for one, I got to do a time machine for another one, man. So let's go and let's look at some DJ Scream mixtapes, man. Let's see what Scream had at this time, because Scream, in my opinion, like set the banner, man, for like really what the South. Like he does
I
not
shall
get
say
enough
for the
credit,
South,
man.
yeah, he said
Him and Smalls do not get enough credit
Smalls.
for what they did, man. Like
Southern Smoke.
Yeah, Southern Smoke.
and then when you look at like what he kicked off, because he really did kick off like the futuristic era. You know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely a different breed. So let me go ahead and share this screen, man, and we're gonna look
So
at some
with
DJs.
live mixtapes, you could search the DJs and they pop up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so. Live mixtapes has always been a better site than Dat Piff, like for the record, like much easier to navigate.
Say less.
It's cleaner, way cleaner. I mean, it looks the same still.
Yeah.
Project
All right.
Peace out.
So you got The Game. Let
Ain't
the
got some
game
classic
begin.
tapes too.
Yeah, for sure. Bozo, but classic tapes.
Yeah.
The Truth Hurts. Florida Classic. Florida Classic. All right, let's go to the next one. We got these are just again. These are a lot of just mixtape. All right,
comp tape.
Alpha Mega.
hey man, let me tell you something. He was cool before he turned to snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like
that nigga was singing, man.
Singing, boy. We're gonna talk about T.I. in a minute. All right, Cornball, but that was a moment. That was a moment, man.
Yes, sir.
This is also a moment.
That was definitely
this is a moment, man.
That Trey tape was a motherfucker too. That Asshole by Nation.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Trey, man.
I'm gonna go to the comment. Like talking about some more.
Nah, Winston spreading though.
Nah, he's spitting.
Live mixtapes has a better site than Dat Piff.
Mm-hmm.
G-Unit Radios.
So, yeah, G-Unit Radios. Yeah, Asshole by Nation. Okay,
I'm the man too.
Listen, man. Shawty L.O. does not get his credit, bro.
Shawty Lo is a real legend, bro.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, and no disrespect, Van, at all, because it's all love.
That's
but
crazy.
Man,
Winston talking about Black History, bro.
The same way, like Shawty Lo was booming, and y'all knew about it because he had songs like "Foolish" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Zoe was doing the same shit. It's just he was just in the South. He was just like, he was on the same level to me as Low and all of them. It's just Gucci was the one to really rise up from that crop at that time.
Hold on.
You know?
Can we look at this? Look at this. Like, I'm just shocked more than anything. Like,
what's happening?
I heard about Zoe being like big down there. I just didn't know to the extent, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I knew Zoe had like some hits, but I didn't know he was like. I didn't know he had like a 3-year run. I thought it was
y'all.
2.
Earl and Josh can tell you, man. Zoe was.
Oh no, listen, I ain't not
him, man.
I ain't gonna knock a black man for getting his money, getting a run.
Bro, Hot Dollar, bro.
That tape is a classic, man.
Wow, Hot Dollar, man.
Look at this Winston comment that his cousin produced T-shirts and buttons.
That's Black History. There you go.
Wow.
Real hip hop.
Winston, when we have you on, we got to talk about that. We got definitely talk about that.
Pull up the last comment because that's history too.
Yo,
Winston, we're gonna ask that story.
Low, that is a world star classic, man.
If you want to save it. If you want to say
that is one of
that's fine. If you don't,
that's his biggest meme too, isn't it? When the nigga was just crying, like, it's funny. All right,
that shit is crazy.
Country King, big Country King,
man.
Yo, Dro, young Dro, I Am Legend. If y'all don't know this tape, go listen to it. Rocco Swag Season. If y'all don't know this tape, go listen to it. If you have never heard Traptacular before, I feel for you. Like, let's look at this track list, bro. Like, Hard.
Good Night with my shit.
Rock. Man, Rock Solid, Yorkie, Shirt Off. The first time you ever hear Shirt Off.
That's the first time you hear Shirt Off.
Shit.
Yeah, that's another one they re-rock like 50 times, but still.
Oh, they re-rock that shit
like
08? Times,
this is the beginning of 08. This is the second tape to drop in 08. The first 08 tape is Chicken Talk Part 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. Gunning.
That's a fact.
You got Good Night, So Icy. The Would You Gucci killed that shit. I wish that song would have really came out. That song, him and Manny Fresh, like 16 Fever, Cocaine, man, Cars,
Yeah, man.
12 Pull Me Over. Why you
Swing
want
My
to do it,
Door?
sir?
Come on, man.
That's the re-rock Swing My Door. Underarm Could You Swing My Door? Those are re-rock versions from Chicken Talk Part 1, but still, go ham on them. Yo, this is a different time period, man. Then let's keep on going. See, this is what I'm saying. You starting to see the swag era kick off because you got Teen of the South.
Let's see that.
You got Shawty Low, Young LA, Offset swag. So this is when the futuristic is really.
I ain't even do shit, bro.
Hey man, Leland could spit, bro.
Yo, LA was decent, man.
Like, he was hard. It's just that one moment, bro.
Get duct tape off your face. Get that duck off your face.
Nah, that shit crazy.
I this shit, bro.
I need this shit, bro.
Yo, I Am Atlanta, the mixtape, man. Player Circle campaign.
I Am Atlanta, Gucci Sosa.
Hey, listen, I know y'all be saying Put It On. The only Put It On I know is Gucci, bro. I ain't bumping no other song called Put 'Em On unless it's Gucci, man. Put 'Em On, dog. Man. More money, Gucci juice, man. Colors. Yeah. What were y'all the first time y'all heard Colors, bro? Like, bro.
Gee, I was at somebody's house, bro.
When did Colors drop?
August 08.
That was I was like 17. Yeah, that was like, that was summer my junior year. That was I was
about to say, welcome to high school.
That was a good summer.
And this is funny because like this is literally like when me and Youngin met, like August 08. Literally, this is what Youngin came up to me and asked for. Like, you got
I need that Gucci Sosa, bro.
Welcome to high school.
School, bro.
I need that big Gucci
First
Sosa.
week of high school, this nigga asking me for mixtapes. I'm like, damn, who is this young nigga, man? But you know, your man's vouch for somebody. It's like, all right, he cool.
He was about business, man.
The rest is history, man. Man, Thirsty. Tell that girl what she want to hear.
What tape is this again?
Gucci Sosa.
Gucci Sosa.
God.
I'm still on Colors shit. You know what I was on. Colors came up.
Of course, man.
That's just a classic, man.
That is a listen, man. Listen, classic hood song. Now, I can't say more on air, but classic.
Top 10 Gucci song.
Oh, easily.
No debate.
No debate from us, man. No debate from us, man. Project Pat, History of Violence, man. Hey, underrated if you ain't never heard it, man. It's an amazing tape, man. And
bro, Freaky Zeke having a DJ Scream tape is hilarious.
What was he doing on there, man?
He had it, bro. I'm looking at it right now. He got a tape called Henny and a Cigarette.
Okay, B.O.B. mixtape.
Who the fuck is B.O.B.? Yep.
I think this is the last one.
B.O.B. wasn't on?
No, this is but you gotta remember Scream. The one thing I love about Scream is Scream would have like people before they get the Gangsta Grillz or before they get like, you know, their
Scream
main.
tape was like the warm up. Like
it was.
Yeah, it was like a good alternative. Like if you it's like if an artist didn't have a Gangsta Grillz, like they highly likely had a Scream tape or they had both.
1000%.
It's kind of like because Scream is from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I think about it kind of like Clue and Envy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Clue, it's like you had Clue who had like, you know, the most known people, and you know he had a couple underground people who got on there. But then if you knew somebody who might not have been the Clue tape, you 9 out of 10 times will find them on an Envy tape.
So with DJ Scream comes DJ Spins as well, because Heart of the City and you know, Space Invaders. So you know they Spins at his, you know, Boosie mixtape, and then of course, you know, again the 2 LA mixtapes, you know, Offset Shawty, Offset Swag. I'm gonna pull up one more.
Mano had a Scream tape.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up one more. I'm gonna try to find it.
Raekwon had a Scream tape. Coke Up in the Dollar Bill.
Yeah, even though this is not.
Oh wait, I'm just like, damn.
No, that's not. I'll say that's 2010, but Classic.
still.
If you was outside,
Travis.
if you was outside, that's
For
all
what?
I will say.
For what?
I am Travis Porter. If you were outside,
Hey, hey,
Travis
hey.
Porter is a legend, man.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, if you were in college, for those using Travis Porter,
Them and Flocka got a classic take, man.
listen,
yeah,
Travis Porter and Waka
Goats.
Flocka, my
Goats.
first.
I'm talking about Ran or something.
Travis Porter and Waka Flocka.
nah, we're gonna.
I would be shocked if I didn't hear a Travis Porter. If I went out and I didn't, I'm literally thinking like, damn, like, was there a time I probably didn't hear a Travis Porter or Waka song, like
Back
either
there?
one at a house party, like in
Hell, you
college?
talking about?
Absolutely
Come on,
not.
man.
Bruh,
You talking about was
Bring
that
It
was my shit.
Back, all that Waka shit, like,
Hit the club, jump the
bro, my roommate, shout out to Ray.
Hey, this nigga came to me right
Shout out
quick.
to Ray. He's like this half black, half white dude from Long Island. Bro, that motherfucker used to play Flockavelli. He made a playlist called .09 music. If you don't understand, because the alcohol limits be 0.08. He's like, bro, once his BAC went over, there were certain songs he would play. They Know Remix was one. Anything from Flockavelli was one. And I think there's gotta be some Travis Porter on there. But Flockavelli, bruh.
Nah,
The first time I heard Bang, I didn't know what to do. I was like,
shout to
Karma. The first time I heard Karma.
Oh my god.
Nah.
Live by the gun.
Live by the gun, die by the gun, dog. Like,
bro.
Y'all gotta remember, this is prime DJ Larry time. This is why I was DJing parties in high school and stuff. Youngin remembers, man. They used to hate me, bro, because I used to run Flockavelli all the fuck.
I've seen so many fights because of that music.
Nigga, I didn't have parties shot up because of that music. What you talking about?
I was, bro, Hard in the Paint. It was either motherfuckers was jumping and pushing, or somebody was fighting.
Yeah, I was about to say jumping and pushing gonna turn to somebody
one of the
swinging.
two. Like I can imagine, like Hard in the Paint. Like I know he's from Atlanta, but like if you made like a New York like smack the shit out of somebody in the club playlist, Hard in the Paint's gonna be that.
Nah, not even that.
Because
and the French version.
TT Go, train to go, bro.
Train up. Oh my god. Yo, tomorrow I go to the gym. I'm putting Flockavelli.
So let me put it to you like this. I'm gonna give y'all a quick story while I look up and see if there's any more other tapes. I remember I was at a party one time, man, and man, the girls there, man, they were so sedated they didn't want to dance. I'm playing twerk music. I'm like, I'm not gonna be it.
I heard the word Sadiddy and Mad Long. Shout out to you for that.
Hey man, Black History. But look, they did not want to dance, right? So I'm like, all right, man, I ain't finna fuck with y'all, man. So I'm talking about I'm playing Gucci, Gotti, Walker the whole night, right? Like I remember when I played Bustin' at them, shit was going crazy. And so it was some more chicks that showed up later. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just, start playing some more twerk music now, because I ain't gonna lie, we've been going crazy for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Let's just start playing some more twerk music. Man, I play Bring It Back. But the energy was so I messed up. I did not mean to say Benergy like that, but the energy was so crazy, dog. Niggas came in and shot that bitch up anyway to bring it back, bro.
Just because.
Yo, that's crazy.
No, because again, like, Youngin to tell you, y'all know, man, listen, that on-site energy was on-site energy. It was on. I don't care what you're doing. If it was on-site, it was on-site.
Yeah, regardless, man.
I don't care what you got going on. Fuck you. Fuck this chick you dancing with. Like, fuck all this shit, man. So
I'm on live mixtapes right now, bro. This shit is crazy. Go ahead, man.
My fault. Back is forever crazy though. Like, that's a wild song. Turn shit up.
Hey, man.
I don't know what shit you want to fight you, bro.
My boy.
Man, I done seen niggas get elbowed in the face to cake, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Boy, no way.
No hands to Rihanna is crazy, G.
No. I'm talking about the Travis Porter song cake.
Oh, I was about to say.
Why?
Hey man, listen, if you got beef, bro, hey, ain't nothing holding back shit, man. So yeah, man. So
that's like was it Boys in the Hood when he got beat up to Tony? Like, how you get jumped to that?
It's just me.
Me and you, bah!
It's just like in The Wire when niggas pulled up playing Splash Waterfalls like
Hey,
that.
yo.
Fire. In the words of my boy Josh, fire.
Listen, man,
Fire for that, dog.
Fire for that, man.
that's crazy. Oh shit!
Yeah, shout out to Super Mario, man. Shout out to Super Mario. Shout out to DJ
All
Super
right.
Mario, man.
All
Shout
right.
out to DJ Super Mario,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I don't know if you was there before, but I was talking about that run Styles had with Ghost That Sat by the Door, the Phantom Menace. I mean, that was Ghost in the Machine when that song came out, but you know, that was the beginning of
Wait,
the
wasn't it Ghost in the Shell?
or was it Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell.
Well, it was 05 though,
Yeah.
right? That's right
Ghost-
before.
04, I think.
All right,
It's on Apple Music, which is crazy, but yeah. Don't
Yes,
ask me
that
how I
song
know.
is on Apple Music. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't ask me how I know.
All right, so let's get into one of our more
Trust me, we know.
funnier topics. You got Nelson got the Snowman T-shirt. Van
Yeah,
and flipped the set for one episode. All right, man.
Let's to that, man.
Let's get to the shits, man. Let's get to the real debate, man. Let's get to the real debate, man. We asked this. Let's go check our poll to see what you guys voted.
So the vote was for.
I'm gonna pull it up for everybody so we can all see it. So the vote that we had which one would you prefer? It says which Jeezy mixtape is better. So I'm just gonna be chaotic and say yes. And half of y'all said yes.
It was yes and Trap or Die.
Yes, and Trap or Die. So
Like choosing
which
between kids, man.
nah. You have to for this one. You have to. You have to. Don't be signed now, motherfucker. Nah.
Because I like them both. That's the problem.
Hey man.
I have to pick
It's
one.
really hard, bro.
Yo,
It's
gun to my
really hard.
head, Trap or Die, man.
All right, let's go. Let's go in order. All right, Van, he said Trap or Die. Earl, who you got? Which one you got? Can't Ban the Snowman or Trap or Die?
It's Trap or Die, bro. Trap or Die. It's Trap or Die.
Okay, that's 2. All right. Josh?
Honestly, it depends on how I feel.
Ah, man. Flip a coin, my nigga. Like,
yes.
Flip a coin. Flip a coin.
mean, hey, man.
Because we're gonna do track list for track list in a second. We're gonna do track list for track list in a second. So that's why I say I'm gonna say Can't Ban the Snowman. Fuck it. Let me be the one. Let me be the one.
Just be
Don't be the
different.
one if that's really how you
Say
feel.
what you feel though. Don't just
come
be the
on,
one.
bro.
No. We're gonna compare the track list in a minute,
Come on,
and then
man.
we're gonna.
This ain't show your non-biased. This is show your work.
Nah, better than ever though. It really holds a special place in my heart, man. Like just for that alone, I'll say Can't Ban the Snowman.
All right, Nelson.
Trap or Die.
All right, young man.
But
But
this is how I think about it. Like Trap or Die is 1A and Can't Ban the Snowman is like 1B.
okay.
That's
But there's sometimes like I may go
All right,
crazy
we're
with
gonna
Can't
compare
Ban.
we're gonna compare the track list in just a minute. All right, Youngin.
You really about to ask me that?
I think I know the answer.
I mean, shit. He asked me.
Yeah, I'm
he
asking
asked all five
everybody.
of us, motherfucker. You better answer the question.
Trap or Die, motherfucker.
All right, so we literally have a 4-2 Trap or Die, but honestly, depending on the day of the week,
It could be. Everybody say it could be either or.
All right, so let's
That's
pull
the
this.
real answer. You feel me?
Let's pull this track list up though, so that we can all we can look and debate this like track list for track list. So, I feel like Can't Ban the Snowman should have been Jeezy's album, but at the same time, the reason why I like Can't Ban the Snowman more is because I feel like 06 to 07 Jeezy, that was his best run. I know everybody loves Trap or Die. I know they love Streets is Watching, but 06 to 07 Jeezy, like I'm one of the people that I have inspiration higher than 101, in my own personal opinion. Personally.
Whoa, brother.
What do you mean by that?
You know what's funny? I feel like I don't know if I have it as high as 101, but I feel like people don't talk about the album as much as they should.
It's slept
Thank
on. It's
you.
definitely slept on.
It's criminally slept, bro. Can you put bro? Let me pull up the inspiration track list because my computer's wilding out, so I kind of just staying on the tab that we're on.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I got you. So let's go ahead and pull this shit up. So let me go ahead and get Trapper Die pulled up first, and then we'll go ahead and get Can't Ban the Snowman pulled up, and we'll see if we can get this going. All right, Trapper Die. All right, let's start it off. Cause now, don't get it twisted. Trapper Die is a classic, like classic.
Don't backpedal now.
No, I ain't backpedaling. Shit, nigga. I'm 10 toes down.
You're doing a Vince McMahon walk
what
backwards.
Chris Berman said, back, gone.
You funny as shit, Earl.
That was
all right. So we got the intro. Get your mind right.
Come on, man.
Trap or Die. Ether freestyle. Cool. Do the damn
thing. Come on, man.
Street niggas.
Thing. That was on Fat
Real gangsters. Street niggas. Freestyle. Get them Jeezy. You ain't perfect.
Hold on. Let me look because I'm gonna have to refresh my computer like 5 minutes. But this is the freestyle over the Jim Jones beat. Nah, that's one of his best freestyles.
You ain't perfect.
Speaking of which, this track has been a motherfucker.
Miss me with that rap shit.
Nah, I've been a motherfucker.
I'm on that Grey Goose. Do I know you? USDA.
We're all shout out to All Star.
Starlito. Shout out to Starlito.
Cash Bills Prince.
USDA Part 2 over Crunk Music.
Okay. All right. This is.
I got a hot take after
I got 100 guns, 100 bricks.
All right. Puts that Air Forces was a bonus, and then what was a bonus? Which those are already out, and that's the album. All right, Earl, go ahead.
I actually like 103 over 102.
All right. This has been another great episode.
I do. Yo, hold on.
Hey,
Let me
103 slept on, G.
I like T and
103
is
is
I'm fucking with him. 103 is one.
Hold on,
you know what it is, Earl?
I'm gonna be right back.
You know what it is, Earl? As Nell comes back, it's 103 is like finding out wrestling is scripted, basically, for me, because so much of that Lodi shit that's on there, it's like, did Lodi produce this, or was this another thing that he stole? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't get it twisted. 103 has Lost My Mind didn't make 103, did it? It was the original. It was a single.
Yeah, it had to be on there.
Let me pull it up and see if it was on like a deluxe
version
or something.
It had Ballin', it had OJ, Super Freak,
Way Too Super Freak. Listen, let me tell you something. Do you know the kind of birth canals I seen when Super Freak came on? I don't give a damn.
Okay, so all right, you got
I'm
birth canals. He's a hilarious dude. All right, so you got Way Too Gone, Super Freak, Leave You Alone. I mean, I'm going through it. You got Waiting, What I Do, OJ, Nothing, Way Too Gone, Super Freak, All We Do, Leave You Alone with Neo, Everything, Trap with Jill Scott, Fame with T.I., I Do, which I still feel like that's an Andre 3000 record because it leaked out.
I don't care whose record it is.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
I mean, okay.
Listen, quick story.
Okay, so real quick before you do that, just let me know. I'm just gonna let you know. So, Van, Lose My Mind is a bonus track, but it's not on the main album because it came out as a single. And so is Ballin', because Ballin' came off of the Realest Back Volume 1.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know it was on a tape before then. Yeah.
Lose My Mind was just floating around for 2 years, basically.
Yeah, because remember he did like that. Remember 103 was supposed to come out in 2010, but then it didn't, and then he released Trap or Die 2. Shout out to DJ Cass for producing some of those records on Trap or Die 2. Shout out to you, my brother. All right. Earl, I cut you off. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, you good. I'm just saying, like, you know what? And I always put this disclaimer out. It's the time, dog. Like, a nigga was really in them clubs in 103 was out. Like,
I feel you.
Club rap. So it could be my perception, but
okay.
Nigga,
So
when that All We Do came on.
All right, so what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna pull up Can't Ban the Snowman. Cause I'm gonna tell you what my thing is with 101 and Trap or Die like the same thing to me. Like, cause they really are, but let me tell you what my thing with Trap or Die is.
I can see that.
They are, and I'm like I said, they're classics. I'm not taking them away, but I'm gonna tell you what my thing is with Trap or Die in particular. All right.
The thing too is real quick before you before we go to the track list. When I was listening to them yesterday, because I told y'all like in the group chat I was listening to both. I actually skipped the album songs. So when I heard Get Your Mind Right, but not not on some like disrespectful shit, but it's like, you know what, I want to listen to the actual songs that were on the tape, because I understand Get Your Mind Right was on 101. I understand Air Forces was a bonus, but it was on 101.
And then
Trap or Die was
the first single, like
and then what? Yeah, like some I skipped literally any song that I remember that was even Do the Damn Thing, because Do the Damn Thing was on Fab's album.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so
I'm grading them strictly off what wasn't on albums.
Right. So
but I slightly prefer Trap or Die, but Can't Ban the Snowman. If you say it's better, I'm not gonna argue with you.
So let's look at Can't Ban the Snowman. You guys.
Let's get into that.
I'm back. USDA's the click.
Shit.
You dig?
CTE.
Cadillac.
Yep.
Reintroduction. This one's for CTE. Gangsta Party.
Say I was Christina Million single. That was a skip.
Better than ever. Better than ever?
No, I love Better Than Ever.
Bubblegum.
Yo,
come on, man.
I love that shit, man.
You Can't Stop These Gangsters.
Yep.
I Know You Don't Love Me.
Hey, man.
Slick Puller's Trap Star freestyle.
Man. One day we're gonna discuss how that Tony Ayo album has like two of the most like fire beats of all time.
Jeezy the Snowman.
Album, yes.
Jeezy the Snowman. You know it's winter.
Jeezy the Snowman.
36 hoes for the 19.5. We smoking fat like that. Oh, man.
Nah, Jeezy was going crazy.
Burning Up, Making It Look Easy. I'm a G.
I love the I'm a G freestyle until Slick Polo said that very questionable bar. But aside from that, it's a very good song.
Snitches, Studio Gangsters.
And what bar did he say?
Oh, I am not going to repeat that. just know that's the part when he says, okay. I was like, whoa. So, like, you gonna cut that?
Lil Buddy, Still Don't Know, Verbal Intercourse. We Major, still I Love It. We Did It Again. So let me tell you why I have Can't Ban the Snowman above Trap or Die. Personally, I feel like when you get to Trap or Die, and I'm gonna go back to that track list so y'all can see what I'm talking about. The first the first half, I'll say, a Trap or Die, you cannot skip. You cannot skip those first 12, 13 tracks, right? Can't skip it. But I do feel like toward the end, when you get more to the freestyles on that tape, I just feel like Jeezy was putting on Slick Puller and Blood Raw and introducing them with this tape. But if you look at Can't Ban the Snowman, I truly believe that Slick Puller and Blood Raw both will rap, especially Slick, were rapping way harder on Can't Ban the Snowman. So
definitely.
So that's why I put Can't Ban the Snowman, because to me, as a complete tape, I know what I'm going in for. Versus Trap or Die, I know I'm going for them first 13 tracks. So that's why I have it above it. It's still a classic. I'm not taking away from it. Like, I'm not finna act like Trap or Die is not the tape. Let's not do that. But if you look at it as an overall project, I say Can't Ban the Snowman, me personally. But I'm me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Actually, Josh, you said Can't Ban the Snowman or Trap or Die?
Can't Ban the Snowman.
I feel you.
Can't Ban the Snowman is classic, man.
I will say though,
it's really for two reasons though.
Why is that?
Better Than Ever. Better Than Ever and Jesus Snowman.
Jesus Snowman is the that is
Jesus Snowman hard.
D1.
I was literally bumping. It's gonna be on my IG story tonight. I was bumping that in the car today. Like today.
Yeah, I was in the gym listening to that shit yesterday.
Man, listen, dog. You ain't never heard a nigga on a nursery rhyme beat just go so fucking hard like that.
No, that's a fact. And I know you don't.
Whenever
you know what I do
that
like
song.
Yeah, my fault.
Nah, you good. Oh, legit. Whenever I bump that song, man, I gotta run it back like at least like 5 times, bro. I can't.
5 times? What?
At
Dodging the state
least.
patrol,
At
they patrol the
least.
state.
So I ran that shit. I ran that shit back like 3 times fucking yesterday in the gym, bro.
Yo, and that's what I'm saying too.
I brought that shit
like,
back. I said, man, I need to finish this workout. This shit gonna get me
don't
through
get it twisted. Trap or die is hard, but Youngin, you know, as a car, you know, audio connoisseur, my boy, when them speakers hit on Jesus the Snowman, when that shit drop, boy. So, you know, I respect everybody's opinion on it, but man, I just got to go Camp Ban the Snowman. And again, like we said earlier, I Am the Street Dream is underrated as hell too.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It ain't no punk bitch either. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit for Spaceships on Bankhead alone.
For me, it's I Do This.
I Do This was fire. Nah, I Do This was crazy.
Yeah, man.
But I would say too, I like Can't Ban the Snowman because listening to it again, I'm like, he rapped on a lot of beat. Like he didn't just go for like the I'm gonna get the hottest like southern beats.
Mm-hmm.
Like they rapped over verbal intercourse.
Yeah, and on Can't Ban the Snowman, he was really going for like those. He rapped on We Major. Like he rapped on like
Major. He rapped on
what's the J song?
Imaginary Players.
Imaginary Players.
He
Noriyama G, which is like one of my favorite Pharrell beats nobody talks about.
So
even in Trap or Die, like them Jim Jones beats, I mean shit. People know if you mention that Jim Jones song versus the Jeezy freestyle, they probably gonna know the Jeezy freestyle more.
And that's why
Jim Jones song. Because that's the Jim Jones song with him and Cam. And
Winston, that's my point with Trap or Die. Trap or Die to me just feels like the 101, you know, preview. You know what I'm saying? Like really and truly, like so. And then we're gonna end the Jeezy segment with this. So let me get into inspiration. Now
put that track.
Let's put this track list up and remember inspiration. Like I said, 6 o'clock in the morning, burning CDs. It said it would take 2 minutes. It's taking 7 minutes. Computers burning. All right. Hypnotize.
Hey, not a kick drum in that fucking beat, but that beat is ridiculous. Yo, Still On It is.
Hold on. I'm gonna say one quick story. I remember my pops, rest in peace, man. he does not fuck with rap music at all, right? So I remember we was in the car one day and I was like, let me just listen to one song. Hey, that nigga listened to Hypnotize. He was like, I command you niggas to do what? No, cut this shit off.
Of all the songs I'm to listen to, man.
No, because I just put the CD in and he was just like, nah, let me hear this.
Hypnotize you, hypnotize. What the fuck is going on?
Still On It.
Listen.
Whew. Shout out to Midnight Black, man. He don't get enough production credit.
I know everybody with this album, they discuss Jeezy, Go Getter. I love it. But Still On It might be my favorite beat on this album. That beat is fucking insane.
You know what? Okay, Shot of Red talking shit in the beginning of this track is hilarious. And then
Jeezy, hey, bro.
And then, like I said, it's PyCon from Dragon Ball Z's theme that he sampled. Like this amazing shit. Like who you don't know people doing this in the South at this time. So shout out to Shot of Red. I told my Shot of Red story a few episodes back. So it's, like I said, salute to Borderline family. Tell me the first time y'all heard, hey man, beautiful day in the neighborhood. That might be your neighborhood, but let me tell you about my hood.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Bro, when the
Red Dog's tripping.
When the key changes in the beat, I said, what the fuck?
When it's 3 in the morning,
looking around there sleep. You call the police about 3 times. Looking them on the police about that time. When the beat changes,
I want that work, but I don't need that time.
Come on, man.
Listen, when it changes, bro, I played the song back thinking my shit was fucked up.
Fresh I
thought this shit so like sped up.
Swear to God, you ain't back to life. Come on, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something. At this point, I didn't have a chance to really listen to Gucci outside of radio songs. So, bro, Jeezy at this point in time
was
fam.
You got a slick mouth. Came with a doctor.
The only
mix Arm & Hammer with Coke.
all right, so this is 06. So Wayne does not drop this year. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question real quick before. Well, I'm gonna ask at the end of this. I love it, bruh.
Listen, different.
Go Getter. I know hard, bro.
We're not gonna talk about Sylvester.
No.
But yes,
Not the nasty man.
3 a.m.
Whoo! The realist.
The real.
Shit, bury me a G. I'm keep
Streets on Lock.
Shout out to the Hall and Oates sample. Oh my God,
Streets
Donovan
on,
Mitchell.
bro. Streets on Lock. Streets on Lock. What kind of nigga named himself after a bag?
Use a whole Louis Vuitton.
Like, bruh. Classic.
My name ain't Dick, so keep it out your mouth. You know what it is. I am the South. I was like, God damn.
Bury me a G and them a Visu G, man.
A USDA top in the throwaway glove.
Nigga.
Bury me a G, nothing more, nothing less.
Dreaming? Keisha sang her ass off of her man, dog. Her man.
Hey man, she had to do it for she had to do it for her man. You know what I mean?
She had to do that bid, man.
Yeah,
Had to do that motherfucking bid, man.
Keisha and that mother.
Listen, I just want to say this real quick. Strawberry Blonde Keisha with the Gap.
Hey man.
Yo,
hey man.
Yeah.
Black history.
Hey, we ain't gotta talk. Hey man.
That's like listen, that's Untuck Kyrie. That's Mellow. I'm saying. You had to beat it up.
Hey, we ain't gotta talk about the Rucker, dog. We ain't gotta talk about the Rucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was definitely up there with illiterate Fantasia, dog. Like she was in the nose.
Listen,
Hello.
I didn't know your mic was on. That's okay. What you talking about is so underrated. What you talking about is so underrated. Keep it gangster with Slick pulling blood rock.
I keep it gangster and I live that shit.
Mr. 17.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Cannon. What? That beat is fucking ridiculous. Bro.
I got money. If it ain't I got money, there's no can't tell me nothing.
Son.
And no follow me.
Nothing. Follow me.
Tell me what song is getting skipped on this album. Like, please tell me.
But that, and that's wrong. This might honestly be my second favorite Jeezy album.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Or if you say the Recession and 101 is intertwined, then
Man, I got this over Recession and 101, dog. Like, I'm sorry. Well,
you know what?
I'm sorry. Like, because
101 is crazy though.
Okay,
man.
so let's go look at Recession, and then we're gonna end it with 101. Let's do that. All right, Recession.
I think Inspiration is 102, or I always call it 102 because that's what I remember that there was gonna be.
Yeah, it's 102.
You know what I mean, but 102 is top 3 to me. Like, okay, to me, you can't. No, 102 is crazy.
It's universal, and Earl said he had 103 over this, but it's universal that from 101 to 103 is Jeezy's best run. It's universal, like
by far,
by far, 100%. Like. So, okay. All right. This is a recession. Everybody broke.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. DJ Toomp.
Shout out to DJ Toomp.
And Cash, shout out to DJ Cash. He just dropped his drum pack that he did with DJ Toomp. So shout out to my boy Cash, man. But welcome back.
Shout out to welcome back it needs to be discussed more because Winston talking about the watches they made Spotlight too. That's what's up. Winston, we're gonna talk about that when we got you on the pod. Definitely. Okay, welcome back. Shout out to welcome back for all the battle rap fans who are watching this or whoever watches battle. You remember Street Status?
Yeah.
The St. Louis Battle League. You know where they got it from? From Welcome Back.
Yo, it's a lot of Memphis niggas on here. You got Shotty Red on here. You got Drummer Boy on here. You got DJ Squeaky on here. Shout out to Jeezy for tapping in.
Shout out DJ Squeaky. But yeah, DJ welcome Squeaky. Back. Yeah. If for the battle rap fans, if you remember the Street Status, the random Street Status tag they were playing, that's from Welcome Back. By the way, fire. Crazy world, fire.
What they want, fire. Amazing is amazing. Hustle's ambition,
fire.
Tell me where y'all were when the first time y'all heard who that.
Bro, I wanted to punch somebody in their face.
I wanted to jump through the TV when I heard that shit on 106.
Bro, I wanted a little bicycle kick.
It was my graduation party. Well, it was like the graduation party for like high school and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we was in the club for the first time. And that Who That came on.
Man.
Hey, bro, listen, bro.
Bro, I don't know why.
Listen. We didn't
Who Dat
make
is
it past
crazy.
Shawty Red on the track for like a good 10 minutes, nigga. Like, niggas
Shit
was
sound like some
throwing
superhero
bows.
shit, man.
It was now I ain't even gassing. It was like mid-top Air Force Ones in the air. It was motherfucking, no, this shit was crazy, bro.
Y'all was
I wish I was like
y'all was
painting
kicking
a
y'all
picture.
shoes in the air like Matt Riddle?
Nah, listen. I wish I were lying about this. I wish I were.
That's crazy.
But nigga, it was like, dog, I seen a girl, no bullshit, jump off of the speaker. Nigga,
Nigga,
into
she
the
did
motherfucking.
Was that a woman? Was that a woman
She
or Jeff
climbed
Hardy?
on the speaker and jumped
She went
into the
ECW.
VIP section.
ECW.
Great. Well, Who That came on? Oh my god.
That's
Hey man, the ass whoopers I
the
done
Club
seen.
Olympics.
The ass whoopers I done seen the Who That, bro. Like, man, let me tell you something. All right. Don't you know? Okay,
Circulate was
is
fire.
Circulate Cannon's best beat or is it 17.5?
Best beat.
17.5.
That's his best beat, not named 17.5.
Okay.
To me, it's Who That. Nah, Who That. My bad. It's 17.5, Circulate, and
Cannon.
Cannon, yeah.
yeah. I mean, you could put Go Crazy in there too. But
yeah,
I
Go
would.
Crazy's up there. Yeah.
Let me look at Don's discography real quick, and we'll just check it real quick because he's produced a lot. Go Crazy, 17.5, Claudette, Little
Child
Scratch.
Claudette Ortiz, wherever.
Artist Storytelling Part 4 ain't no bitch. Ain't no bitch.
Nah, it ain't no punk bitch.
It ain't no punk bitch.
Walk With Me was a good. Yeah, Free at Last was a pretty good album too.
Let's see. This Thing of Ours, classic. Numbers on the Board, good beat. Holy Ghost.
Better than that. Holy Ghost was a good beat.
These Uzi song. Nah, I do what I want. Nah. Money Longer.
Yeah.
Nah, Do What I Wanted. Nah, Do What I Want was like a top. I love that beat, bro.
Nah.
I love that song, but then when I actually heard Uzi Vert, even though Uzi Vert was just running around the fucking crowd, listen to it, I was like, bro, I understand. I felt the energy. You feel me?
Yeah. Shout out to the raw XD community.
Yo, listen, bro.
The EXO Tour Life boys.
Listen,
the raw XD emo community.
What did we talk about? Larry, what did we talk about yesterday?
Hey man,
listen,
it's the emo era, dog.
Listen, recently, bro, with all the love that they get, raw XD community is getting their reparations, bro.
Hold on, real quick. Cannon produced Wiggle. Oh wow. Like he flipped that
that beat is hard. It's just the song itself is.
But that's the thing. Cannon's beats have been like that lately because like even if you think about like the Meek Mill beat was the Mobb Deep flip. Like
Trauma. He's got the he's doing.
I love that beat, but I'm not trying to.
But I would just say if I had to pick my top Cannon beats, it's definitely going to be that era. So it's going to be Cannon 17.5 and
Circulate.
But he's no slouch, so he's been working still.
Wordplay. Shout
Great.
out to Justice League.
I need a vacation.
Everything.
Going to Decatur was greater.
Everything. Bro, Anthony Hamilton singing that shit with Lil Boosie rapping is hilarious.
Hey man,
y'all add on everything.
Man, that shit fire. He sung the fuck out that hook.
He sung that shit.
I don't want to hear about no goddamn Music Soul Child when this come on next week.
Bro, I don't care if Music Soul Child play fucking half crazy, bro. Anthony Hamilton play that song, automatic point. I don't care.
You can't go against a nigga that looked like he was bathed in grits, dog. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like that.
Bro, his Jordans is bathed in barbecue sauce.
Bathed in
grits is crazy.
Is that the title? Bathed in grits?
Has to be.
That might have to be the title.
Hey, put it
or hashtag CD main, but I guess bathed in grits.
Bathed in grits. All right, taking it there. Cool. Don't Do It. Amazing. These last 4 tracks is amazing. Don't Do It. Put On. Get a Lot. And I Get a Lot of That. And Missed My Present, obviously.
Yo, I Get a Lot of That was a fire song, bro. I love that beat.
But now that you've looked at this and now that you remember inspiration, do you have this over inspiration?
Damn, look at y'all not mentioning my present. That's
Hey,
crazy.
let me ask you
Look at this.
question.
Look at this New York hate.
Do songs being a single turn y'all off from that song?
No.
Like,
No.
okay, cool.
Not
to me. Not to me. It depends. Sometimes it depends on the album. Like, did it fit? But like now, I don't really do that. Like, bro, the song was big for a reason. Like, I think people don't like to like.
Exactly.
People don't like to understand. Like, yo, the song was huge at the time. Like, you cannot take away that Put On was huge.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Like people be wanting to be Renaissance man and shit, man.
Nah,
like,
people
I hate the
just
overly B-side type nigga, man. Like, stop that.
Bro, people just want to. They want to put their backpack on and be like, "Look at me, I'm so
yeah."
The fuck up, all right."
But I'm gonna say this though.
I could be super B-side, but at the same time, I can understand when I heard certain songs how big they were. Like you understand,
like you said,
like listen, bro, we love.
Moment.
Listen, you said you had Shorty doing a Swanton bomb off the speaker to Who Dat, but I also like I like fucking Welcome Back. Like we could be the same person, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers want to be one thing. People want to be one thing or the other.
You know what I think it is for us though? I think our generation was that one that made them album cuts matter just as much as the singles. Because when you went to parties, you heard Welcome Back and shit in the club just as much as you heard the singles.
Oh, 1000%, especially in the South. Hell yeah! Like what? Yeah.
And
amazing too.
If you heard
amazing too, like
for that, if you heard album cuts, I feel like it was more like if you were chilling with your homies or like more different, more of a difference in there being out with people you didn't know. But definitely, like at that time, like when people was getting, the phone and they were able to play off the laptop, like people were able to play album cuts. Like there would be times at college parties, I'm like, man, I used to play this. I'd be the only one around me who want to hear this. Nobody wanted to hear this. They wanted to hear the single.
Facts.
Exactly. Hey, before you get people vibing with it with you, you're like, oh shit, I agree. I'm not the only one who wanted to listen to, listen to Welcome Back or listen to Amazing or when Circulate came on, like, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, before we go to 101, I just want to share this with Van and Youngin real quick and Josh too. Hey man, Gucci fucked up not playing his Put On freestyle during that versus dog, cause bruh.
Talk about it.
Bruh. That is one of if he would have played that, he would have won the damn round. Because Put On is great, but Gucci's put 53 seconds of just lyrical
going off, bro.
Going off. We're gonna get to Gucci. We're gonna get to Gucci, and then we're gonna end off with Wayne. All right. 101. We here, man. We've been talking about it all fucking night, man. 101 itself. Classic.
Rap classic, man.
You ain't never seen them pies.
so much white.
Hurts your eyes.
Hurt your eyes.
All red, man. It's still crazy to me that I'm not even realizing that my friend in middle school was like, yeah, man, my brother Demetrius, he going so crazy.
Yo, what's good with all y'all? All of y'all are somewhere. I feel like everybody in this podcast is someone related to somebody with who did something in music. Like
6 degrees of separation, man.
That's the craziest part. Like Larry's fucking brother's friend is Shawty Red. I mean, like, it's crazy. Youngin, I know Youngin got something that we don't know. We gonna find out. Like
Youngin was raised by A-Ball and MJG.
Youngin was playing PlayStation at A-Ball, MJG crib.
That's
look at the daycare stories of a smooth nigga like Youngin though. Like, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? 8-ball MJG. Like,
I was playing NBA Live 98 at A-Ball MJG crib. Like, what?
Yeah, like this nigga just ran. The way he randomly mentioned, he was like, "Yeah,
like me, I got the whole sausage because my dad and shit."
Like, shout out to Pops, man. Shout out to Youngest Pops, man. Yeah, my dad no Primrose, man. Like what, nigga? Like
me going to Tito Nieves' house, like when I was like, in junior high school, we went to go visit Florida and shit. Like it's the funniest shit ever. Like
Josh and his friend that's Pitbull's cousin, like
Josh is cool with Pitbull's cousin.
Nah. Yeah, my boy who used to work with Young Money too. You
used to work with who?
Young Money?
He used to do videos for Young Money. Yeah, he used to do some videos for Sir Michael Vox and shit.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Why you think I stopped saying who my godfather is? Don't tell niggas that shit no more.
For real, my auntie went to high school with Juice. With Juicy J.
Yeah, bro. I do not talk about who my godfather is at all.
My dad went to school with Slick Rick.
Tell us off air, so that way we'll We'll keep
My
that
dad went to school with Slick Rick, which is still hilarious to me.
funny.
Like when
Hilarious.
he first came like to the States.
I mean, shit,
All
y'all
right,
didn't
it's in
know.
the private chat.
Okay, I mean, y'all didn't even know. Like I said, y'all before. Wow.
Oh shit!
Whoa. Yeah,
Whoa.
we'll save that off.
Why
Air, man.
y'all think I don't say nothing about him on I don't talk about I don't talk about nothing.
I respect
That's
it.
No sir.
I respect.
respect.
Listen, you got to protect the investment, protect the brand, protect the
Respect,
family.
respect,
You know what I mean?
respect. All right, man. Shout out to Shada Red, shout out to Chaz, his brother, my best friend. Shout out to his grandmama, Miss Pony. They used to come to school.
All right, now you see
whoop
he
his
dropping
ass.
grandma name.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
This man dropping name. I remember when Demetrius got his ass beat.
Nah, not Shada Red, his brother.
Oh,
nah,
his
she used
brother?
to be at the school
Nah,
every day
still, that
whooping his
shit's just
ass,
hilarious,
man. Like
man.
every
You
time
gonna
I
throw the money out there like that, man?
Everybody,
Man, we was the only
everybody in
two
this
black
pod-
dudes at the private school. That gold Oldsmobile pull up. You knew Chaz was getting his ass whooped, bro. What? Hey man, that's my dog though. All right. Thug
Shout out to
Motivation.
Chad.
Shout out to Chaz. Thug Motivation 101 classic. Standing ovation. I mean, come on, man. Like
hey,
gangster music.
we don't talk on the phone because it's Mike Stick.
Come on, man.
Let's
We
get
played
it.
for the 7 called on Mike Vick. Dirty Birds. We play for them Falcons.
And then what?
Go crazy.
Last of a dying breed. Underrated.
That's when you start going on that run, man.
My hood. Bottom of the map.
Motherfucker. I swear to God. First time I fucking heard bottom of the map, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro.
Bottom of the map, get your mind right.
When the drums come in at bottom of the map, bro, I'm like, yo, what is going on?
Bang. Don't get caught. And Earl, to your point earlier, you talking about singles, whatever. Soul Survivor is hard. I got tired of hearing
That
it.
shit is amazing.
Hard.
That shit is amazing.
No slander for Soul Survivor, bro.
You can Soul Survivor is Akon's best song, in my opinion.
The Golden Eye sample is a classic.
Soul Survivor is Akon's best song.
You cannot slander the song.
Nah, we ain't gonna say it's Akon's best song, but
what's his best song?
My Akon got some.
Akon got bangers, but what's beating Soul Survivor?
You got locked up. Like you got
locked up. Yeah.
I want to love you. He got some songs.
Yeah. Nah, Akon got some joints.
But what is beating Soul Survivor? I asked you.
I ain't gonna lie. When that nigga went on that run,
Akon was on a run, boy.
Akon was on a run, boy.
I mean, so these are the main singles. You got Soul Survivor. Wow, I'm not okay. I forgot Bartender. We taking over. I tried so hard. Shout out to Bone with us. You know,
Hypnotizer applies. Oh, I forgot it. Hold on. Go back to that last song.
Which one?
Go back. Nah. Next one. Nah. Go back to the way she moved. Is it the way she moved? God, I heard that song.
Was Zion
Puerto
Rican legend?
Puerto Rican legend Zion, bro.
Hey, you can tell he Puerto Rican by the shape up. You could tell. Like you can tell.
You can tell the way Zion Puerto Rican by the way he fucking looks. Fucking shape up. Yeah, by the voice.
Yeah.
Reggaeton episode coming very soon.
Sure. Yeah, need that.
Nah, we're gonna go crazy on that shit.
Y'all have to deal with me, Nell, Josh, and Van getting real educational for that one too. So
real shit. That shit. Listen, reggaeton is very hip hop adjacent. As much as some people will not understand it, I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah. No,
not even to be just like real shit. Like I don't like doing that, but I'm like, damn, like reading up on that, I was like,
for sure.
Damn, they dealt with some Tipper Gore type shit. Like, yeah. But we'll get into that.
Trapper died.
Later down the line.
Tear it up.
Bro, Trapper died is Trapper.
That's how you feel. Talk to him and ends it with Air Forces. Shit. Now, let me say this. If someone has granted, everybody's opinion is their opinion. 101 is definitely universally the best album, right? Everybody will say that. But me personally, I look at 101 as like Godfather 1 and Inspiration is Godfather 2. I prefer Godfather 2 over 1, but I will never deny 1 being what it is as the classic.
You know I'm not mad at that because a lot of people say Godfather 2 is the greatest movie of all time.
I mean,
you know what I think about
people say Godfather 2 is the greatest movie ever.
You know what I think about 102 as? I think about 102 in the same vein, not saying the same vein as It Had's good, but in the same vein, kind of like as DMX Flesh in My Flesh, where it was like, all right, you gave us this classic.
with his
Now
dark side.
show us you could do it again, or not even be as good, but show us you could rap. And I feel like 102 is Jeezy's like, no, I could do this album. Like he had the mixtapes, like he had Trapper Down, Can't Ban the Snowman, but I feel like 102 is like the quintessential. I feel like every artist that has a really good run has that one album where it's like I could really rap. Like, don't think the first album was a fluke or my best album was a fluke. I could do this. I feel like 102, it's not as, I don't want to say mainstream as 101 because I feel like 101 was still street, but I feel like 102, like some of Jeezy's best like songs are in 102. Like those, like bro, 102 is an insane album. Like 102 is a top. 102 is a top 3 album to me. Like if you say 103 is top 3, I don't blame you, and
Listen,
I can understand that. But my 102 could be either. 102 is up there easily.
Honestly and truthfully, 101 is 1A, 102 is 1B, and Recession is 1C, and then 103 is like the honorable mention. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's either one of them three. I'm not mad at it because, like I said, man, Jeezy. Like one thing about it, man, his albums are classics. Like we're not gonna act like it's not. So
and it's crazy too. Imagine what would have happened had 103 actually came out when it was supposed to come out. Because remember, it dealt with so much label politics and the whole Jeezy Ross got turned into a thing at the time, and that fucked Jeezy up. Like,
so you know what? I tell you what, Nell, I'm gonna put it out.
What happened?
I'm gonna put it out here. So, like I told you, my partner produced, like my guy produced on Trapper Die 2. So a lot of those records should have been on 103. So one day, whether it's on this platform or another, hint, I'm gonna definitely talk to him and we can definitely bring that up because man,
y'all got to pay for that episode.
Shit.
We got a lot of content, bro. Y'all gonna have to start paying for episodes, bro, because we gave a lot of bonus episode content.
Nah, that's one, man. We're gonna talk about that off air, but nah, that's happening for sure. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, man,
can I ask you about what y'all think about Trapper Die 3?
Something that happened.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I think it's a case of niggas was over Jeezy, and it shouldn't have been dropped as Trapper Die 3. I think niggas was just over Jeezy. Jeezy caught a lot of strays. I think Jeezy caught strays partially because of his affiliation, again, with New York. I really do feel like a lot of niggas from the South kind of abandoned him because of his affiliation with that. And almost like, to me at least, it came off as because he was the one that was closest to New York, kind of like same way they abandoned T.I. Like, I feel like it just didn't connect like the other two Trapper Dies. And it's like, shit, nigga, when you let off with a song that was the best part of the song was the feature, you was never gonna be able to recapture that magic because nigga, you not Trapper Die no more. Your ass is dating Jeannie Meyer at that time, so it just don't connect the song.
All right, can I be honest? I actually like the album, but go ahead, Van.
I would say also, I think it's just loyalty to Gucci, man. Like I feel like Gucci is just so beloved by like everybody and a lot of the younger artists. Like Thug said, I'll never work with Jeezy, and I plan on dying like this. Like, you know what I mean? It's just niggas just got loyalty. So he didn't have a lot of the young niggas on because just loyalty to Gucci, man.
Yo, youngin, let me go before you and Josh have anything to say. I just want to say, have y'all ever heard of the Big Facts podcast that DJ Scream does?
Yeah, great podcast.
I love that podcast.
Have y'all seen the Kinky B episode?
Nah.
Okay.
I watched. You know, it's funny because I watched the Gucci one yesterday. I don't remember why.
Kinky B. Y'all know Kinky B was Jeezy's. Like he was the president of CTE.
CTE.
Right.
All right. I'm not gonna spoil that interview, but it's a great watch because when you watch that interview, it starts to make a lot of sense about Jeezy if you are unaware. There's some things that I'm aware of, but I can't say them on air for obvious reasons. But let me just say that Kinky B interview lays out a lot. So
no, I'm gonna definitely peep that.
And
I watched the DJ Ace too for everybody who, like we said, we're gonna have DJ Ace on a future episode. You know, shout out to Larry for that. But if y'all want to come back on, like watch his Dirty Glove Bastard interview. It's actually really good. It's pretty quick too. It flies by, like it's like 40 minutes, but like
he don't feel like it.
It does, yeah. When I was like, wait, that was 40 minutes, is over? Like, he literally just explained a lot of shit.
So, and we got a lot we can ask him too. But I just will say this too. Earl is 100,000,000% correct. If that would have been It's the World Part 3, it would have been a classic mixtape according to people. But because it was Trap or Die 3, and keep in mind, Trap or Die 2, even though again my man's produced like 4 records on that project, dog, Trap or Die 2 had the connotation of it's Don Cannon, it's not DJ Drama. It's not.
It was nasty. It was
not
nasty.
the class. And Trap or Die 2 is an amazing project.
It's a good tape.
But it's not the first. And if you're not as good as the first and you don't even have the original, because do y'all remember when trailers used to drop for mixtapes and like the trailer dropped out? That nigga Don Cannon hopped out the motherfucking Escalade. Niggas was like, hold on, what? Like this nigga Jeezy on the cover dressed like Malcolm X and shit. Like, yeah, bro. Like, it was different. And it's a
what
great
year
project.
was 2?
What year was 2011? 2010 or 2011? 2010. It was,
May 2010.
Okay.
I feel like with both of those, they got kind of like, you know, railroaded because it was the Trap or Die lineage, and it's like, oh, it's not the first one, it's not good. It's like, nah, I actually like 3 a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
I like 3. It's okay.
I like. Listen, they was, bro. Them Trap Zelda beats, them shits was fire. I don't care what nobody says. G-Wagon is crazy. In the Air is crazy. Let them know it's crazy. Like,
all there. Come on, man.
All there was crazy. What's the song with Lil Wayne? I forgot the name of it, but About That is fire. Like, I know Lil Wayne kind of at that time, like the features weren't that well, you know, nobody was really like, I want to say looking for them, but they kind of like, you know, they were a little harsh at that time. They weren't as, you know, as good as maybe his last year with now, and even at the, you know, his famous 06 to 08, 09 run.
Which we're gonna talk about in a minute.
Which we'll talk. Yeah, we'll get to. But I feel like Bout That's one of my favorite. Like, out of that era, where the Wayne features kind of weren't really discussed much. Like, he had some good features. Like, Bout That's really good. M's on A$AP Rocky's album was really good. Nobody talks about that one. Like, Trap or Die 3 was, I think, like, you know, y'all are right. Like, I feel like if it had a different name, I think people would have, you know, talked about it more. But because if you compare it to, everybody loves the first one.
Hey, man.
It's a beloved tape. Like, it's one of the most beloved, not just Jeezy projects, but just projects of that fucking year. Like, even if you compare it to the albums, like, it's one of the first things people are going to mention. So I understand that. But I do think 2 and 3 are good. But because they had the name and because of the circumstances surrounding Jeezy at the time with his name, and, like, you know, then obviously, like, Van mentioned how younger artists felt about him. Like, I feel like that kind of just... that kind of downplayed how good the tapes actually are if you take away what it is. Because pull up the track list actually.
Van, I'm gonna make a quick joke. I'm gonna sound like Van real quick. Hey, man, Trap or Die is red magic, dog. It ain't that blue magic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a brand name.
It's a brand. I suggest that you.
It is, bro. In the Air is fire. G-Wagon's fire. You know, it is what it is. Where
even going crazy, Gold Mine,
crazy. About That is fire. D-Rich went crazy on those beats. Like, Let Him Know is a great song.
Youngin, you got any thoughts on this?
No, not really. I mean, don't get me wrong. 3 was cool, but it was honestly, it wasn't that he went north that I was over Jeezy. I was just over Jeezy. Honestly,
I mean, yeah, because I mean, let's keep it 100, man. You know, this is basically the Jeezy episode. Basically, like, Church in the Streets did happen, and it's like, bro, this is a Trap God cosplay album, bro. Like this is Trap God cosplay. Like, because let's keep it real, bro. Seen it all.
You talking about Church on the Streets? Please no.
Seen it all.
Seen It All was cool. Hey, put the track list up. Yo, Me-OK is a fire beat. I love that beat.
Bruh. Beautiful with Game and Ross. Yeah. Amazing, bruh. Crown, what's good, man?
What's good, G? What's happening, man? I'm sorry I'm late. I had to shoot a
All right,
video
side,
today.
Oh,
man.
we
Better
still
late,
got
better late
some
than never.
topics
So
for
you
you.
got other things to worry about. It's totally
Appreciate
fine.
you doing the interview with us last week, man.
No, for sure, man. Thank y'all for having me. I see it went up.
Definitely.
Hey, the brand is brawling.
Try, man.
Yeah. So salute, man. We got just to introduce, we got Earl on, we got my boy Van, we got Josh from Reggae Boys. So we got a few more guests this week, you know what I'm saying? So, but all right, so I'm gonna end off the Jeezy conversation. I'm gonna ask this before we get to Gucci and end with Wayne. 06, because we're talking about 06 to 08, right?
Yeah.
For the South, because Crown, you from the South as well.
But
This is who has the best album of this year? You have Inspiration, Port of Miami, King drops that year, Theater of the Mind drops that year, and Carter 2 was December 05, so I'm counting Carter
Yeah,
2.
it's an 06 album. It's an 06
It's
album.
06 album. Who
Yeah,
from the South has the best album? Let's get chaotic.
It's a tie between King and Carter 2.
I'm about to say,
I'm
you know I'm
going
going
to
King.
say. Oh, shit.
I'm going
Okay,
King.
so
I'm
if you don't
standing on
include Carter 2, you got it with King.
Because here's the thing, then man, that's a whole domino effect if I choose Carter 2. I'm going to say King. I think 06 is definitively T.I.'s the biggest. He's the best rapper in the game, arguably, at that time. Wayne was fighting for it, but I think T.I. was. Yeah, we're gonna go King. I'm gonna go King.
You got King over Port of Miami?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think.
Yes.
Port of Miami.
So you
I
questioned
like
it.
no, I like Port of
Absolutely.
Miami. I like Port of
I
Miami.
love Port of Miami.
I'm in the same
Port of
boat.
Miami.
Because
Yeah,
I mean,
man, you have
I
to.
can name you 5 better Ross albums.
true, but I
think-
can also name you. Well, King
Exactly.
Can I be
King
honest
is-
though?
And now you know that's my favorite. That's my nigga.
That's your
but
favorite rapper. Yeah,
I love Port of Miami. Like, but I'm out of those four. Like, I'm taking King,
Okay.
Carter 2, and Inspiration. But we just
For
discussed how
sure.
much we love Inspiration. Like,
So
Inspiration is the.
That's what I'm saying. Inspiration ain't no punk
Inspiration
bitch in
is.
this
Bruh,
conversation.
inspiration.
Hold
like I
on,
said,
'cause somebody
Inspiration
called
is
me.
Jeezy's. I can
Hold
rap.
on, Crown. I said okay. Let me re-ask the question.
I heard
So
the question. The best album of the year. What was the options?
you have Carter 2, King, Port of Miami, Inspiration.
Okay. As a nigga who goes back and revisits catalogs often,
Thank you.
we talking last the test of time?
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's gonna be. I can only pick one, right?
Yeah.
It's Carter 2.
Okay.
It's Carter 2. Inspiration is dope, but it's not 101 and it's not Recession. Port of Miami is a classic. As a Florida nigga, that's my second, but I think because of the elevation Ross has that deeper than rap and beyond, when you go back and listen to Port of Miami, you love it for the nostalgia, but it could get murky a little bit. But it is a classic. What was the other one? King.
King and Inspiration.
I like King. I was always a firm believer that Tip had 4 classics in a row. I've always said that.
From trap music to T.I. versus T.I.P.
From I'm serious.
I was saying from I'm serious.
I'm serious. The King.
Yeah, I've always said that he had 4 classics,
Okay.
but King is the shakiest one. I just listened to King a few months ago from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm. And there's some of them records on King getting skipped. Like I'm not bumping Undertaker. I'm not bumping.
A lot of them getting skipped. Honestly, a lot of them getting skipped. It was just he had a super hot year that year. I feel the same way about Inspiration. I love the beats on Inspiration, but me personally, I'm not putting that in the top 3 Jeezy albums. If it's the top 3 Jeezy album, it's 101, it's Recession, and it's 103 for me.
You and Earl, man, I tell you,
Appreciate
boy.
you putting 103 on the
I
board. I
tell you,
appreciate you. I appreciate
man,
you,
you
man.
103 niggas.
I
Like,
103
you,
was
man.
103 was
Hey,
a special
103 was
moment.
it, man.
I
Listen. If
like
you was
102.
in
Don't
them
get it twisted.
clubs,
But I'm gonna
I
be
was
honest with
in
you.
them,
The other thing about
man.
102.
I was in them clubs. I was
The other
right
thing about
there.
102. Let me say this about the inspiration, and this is why that album kind of gets dubbed to the side. Wayne takes over I'm Blooded. It's no longer Jeezy's record. And Boosie takes over I'm Blooded. It's no longer Jeezy's record. Or I'm Thuggin'. That's the name of it. You see, I don't even remember Jeezy's version of that record. Like Boosie, like two red bones kissing in the back. That is Boosie's record from now on.
I mean, what shit? Boosie did
come
that
on, man. I'm trying to tell these niggas, man.
They Redacted. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he did that with on the Gangsta Grillz tape. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
not,
So,
it's not Jeezy's record. Like, and that's the highlight from Jeezy's album. That album to me has some of the best beats I ever heard. But I think we was just riding the hype of Jeezy. But Recession is a life changer to me. Like Recession marks a whole turn in this nigga career. That shit marks my whole freshman year of college. Like, so yeah, I can't put inspiration up there. And then when you play Carter 2, I ain't gonna lie to you. You bump Carter 2 today, that bitch going. Like,
It could be album of the year today.
it's going, dog.
That's a
Like,
fact.
Yeah, Cardi 2 is
going.
special.
all right. So Youngin as a Ti guy. I mean, King was like at the time. I mean, granted, don't get twisted. Trap music was the entry, really. I'm serious with the entry, but I mean, trap music is the real entry. Urban Legend is like, okay, this nigga is a monster, and then King comes and it's like this nigga's on another level. So when you listen back to King, is it like more so you just respect where he was as a lyricist, or do you just like, because I mean I can pull the King track list up. I mean, because there's some records on King I'm not playing today, but
No,
I
it's
mean
definitely some records on King that's not getting played today. Like just put another track, like you said, Undertaker. I'm not listening to that. If I'm being honest, why you wanna? I'm not listening to that.
shit.
That's one of the strongest ones on that
I don't like
motherfucker.
that
Yeah,
song,
you
man.
got
I
it.
don't know, bro.
You got it.
Hey man, is you happy? Like, man.
You got it. I ain't trying to
Hey
listen to that.
I say,
man.
fuck that.
Hey,
But
but he
if
gonna be
we,
honest. That's
I
why
like
I
to
asked
say,
him.
but if I'm being honest, if I'm like I said, just looking at the track list, bro, front back,
Here we
I
go.
got it on
So
repeat.
come on now. You know I can't.
I'm talking to you.
King back. Come
King
on.
back,
King
yeah.
back is hard.
I'm talking to you on
That's hard.
repeat. Ride with me.
What you know?
But see,
Classic.
what you know is major. I was gonna leave that. I'm leaving that alone.
What you
What
know
you
is
know
I.
is one
It's
of
a
the
still
50 greatest hip hop songs ever.
Yeah, man.
No,
That
that's
shit
a
was a
Exactly.
fact.
moment, bro.
It is one of the 50 greatest rap songs ever.
I'm
Tone
straight.
touch Neptune. He did
I'm gonna
that,
be
bro.
honest with you. This is my thing about King, because the track list is crazy, right? But when I listen to King, I love the production. It just don't age well. Like I wouldn't play it today. Like when I listened to it, I was like, damn, it was
I
cool
get
to
you.
go down memory lane. But I was like, but the numbers were there, and I think the reason why King is held that regard because it's like Tilt went from a hood nigga to like, oh, this nigga could really run with Hollywood in the stars. Like,
I mean, I'm hard pressed to find, unless you want to put Carter 2, because again, Wayne was still proving himself as a solo artist, and then he goes on this incredible mixtape run, which we're gonna get to in a minute.
yeah,
But
can't
even with
wait for
Youngin,
that.
just to keep. Oh yeah, I'm about to get banned from this podcast in a minute. Don't worry, I've done it like 3 times today. Don't worry. But I mean, Get It is cool, but again, Live in the Sky to me is harder than Dead and Gone.
I hate
So
Living the Sky.
what?
What?
I hate
Like,
it, bro.
What?
Personally, I
Oh,
hate it. I know it's a good record. I know what it meant, but it's just I don't want to hear that shit, dog. I don't want to hear that shit, dog. Life's upside down. Like I don't. That's the beginning of. That's the beginning of get me out of jail tip. That's the beginning of like let me make the record that's go like
I'm
it's
sorry, Tip.
I'm sorry, Tip. That's the beginning of that Tip. Like, and I don't like that Tip. Like, I like still ain't forgave myself Tip. I like I still love you Tip because it's still raw. When it gets to that, it's just
See, and I feel like Live in the Sky. It still had a little raw in it. Like I get what you're saying because it was definitely with the start of that. All right, let me clean my image up a little bit. You
yeah.
feel me? But it still had a little rawness in it to me.
It was the
You know what I'm
last little
saying?
piece of rawness we got of that.
So
You right.
can I say this? I feel like also too a lot of because again, Crown. One thing that you mentioned that you do is you go back and listen to catalogs. I do the same thing. So it's interesting when you go back and do it because it's like you remember where you were in the time, and then now you compare it to your ears today, especially when you advance 15 years later. But I feel like I Live in the Sky doesn't feel that way to me. I think that a part of me also thinks in retrospect, like, damn, what happens next. So I try to keep myself in the box.
I'm gonna be
like,
honest with you. Not to cut you off, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't like that shit back then either.
I tried to shoot him some bail. This nigga just tripping.
Yeah,
This nigga
I
is
didn't like that shit when it came out back then. I was like, nah, this shit ain't. It was, you know what it is for me? I'm biased. I know we got a nigga who like really rock with, because listen, T.I. ain't no Crown without T.I. Let me tell you that. Like, T.I. to me is probably what Ice Cube was to him. Like, T.I. was a nigga who like, I was a skinny, small nigga growing up. So to see a little nigga like him with so much raw in them, dog, and just swag so hard, I was like, nigga. You see what I'm saying? But that part of Tip, like, it started getting cheesy, dog.
Okay, so all right, so let me get through the track list because you're gonna start to see, like I said, I'm straight. I like Undertaker is the one song that is like, all right, I'm skipping this shit. Stand Up Guy.
I thought it had potential to be more than what it turned into. And that year,
You know who? It was like, Good Life. The skit was hilarious. The skit is hilarious too. Mike Epps killed these skits. Hello, you can't. I mean, bruh, hate on, lie on me and tell me Hello wasn't good, please.
It's still it's the same as Live in the Sky,
man.
It's good,
man.
But it's
you got it this time. I can't help you with that one.
Hey, it's all, hey, we joking, bro. Bitch, hey, bro, nah, that Hello, man. I'm sorry, man.
It's for one, I don't like Governor first and foremost. Fuck that shit. That shit was like, nigga, who is this country ass nigga you got singing first off?
Fuck the governor.
Second off, it's like, bro, you know what I hate? When I know an artist has figured out a formula and they keep trying to just chase it and recreate it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's what those two records felt like for me. They didn't feel authentic. What I loved about Why You Want It was that it was a different side of Tip. Especially for him to throw like an alley at Q-Tip and just bounce off of that. And though him and Pharrell had done things before, they had never quite found that bop. And that was that perfect bop. Like, he had tried it on What's Your Name? He had tried it on other records, but him and Pharrell really found it on that. And it felt original. It felt fresh. Same way I felt about What You Know. Same way I felt about Top Back. All of those records was like, okay, this is Tip. Still raw, but it's elevated. When I hear Hello, I'm like, that's you just trying to give us one that you know they won't.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. If you cut the album off at I'm Straight, then it's the is that the best album to you? Then if you, or is it higher in your Tip hierarchy?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because my favorite T.I. album, honestly, it changes. It goes back and forth. My favorite T.I. album is Trap Music. Because I love how raw it was. But it always flips between that and Urban Legend.
It has to. It has to.
Urban Legend is so like...
It's raw, man.
Like, it's raw.
It's the one, dog.
It's that fucking one, nigga. And that nigga... Like, nigga, stand up.
Come on.
Okay,
When I
hold
hear
up.
every time I hear stand up, I'm like, Nick.
Let me tell you something. I don't think when I think of PSC and just that time, there's like how when an artist becomes legend, they basically have quote unquote tight beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
That's motivation for me, dog. Not motivation, motivation in ASAP. That is
Yeah.
that is
Yep.
like
Yep.
that is when the
Remember the
first
first time you
time.
heard ASAP, man?
Man,
Nigga.
nah, like
Oh my
Crown
God.
said, he was a small, skinny nigga with that dog in him. So
Yeah.
when you heard him
Yep.
say 5'9" with the soul of a
Soul of a
6'4" nigga,
6'4" nigga.
niggas
Yeah.
really felt that. Like,
Yeah. And then it's like what he did, like knowing what he went through, nigga went to jail. Nigga came home. Flip was talking that shit.
For
man,
tickets,
Like the
man. For
nigga was
tickets.
like, you never seen a nigga. I'm tell you straight up. The only other
Come
nigga
on,
in that
gangster.
era, the
I'm
only
sorry,
other
man.
nigga in
Hilarious.
that era that dominated and crushed niggas, which is why I wanted the verses, was 50. The only other nigga
Yeah.
to step on a nigga like that in that era was 50. So
Right.
Okay,
it's go
Van
ahead.
is from New York. Nelson is from New York. We all love New York here, but let's be honest. Do y'all really think 50 really wanted that shit?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you just from. Let me jump in right here. I'm gonna tell you it's two reasons. Me and this nigga Ty did this fucking shit on Twitter. It was ugly. Let me tell you something. 50 didn't do that versus because 50 don't get paid off them records.
Number one.
Yep.
That's pretty much
That's
it.
the
Yeah, to
reason
be
why.
honest with you. Yeah.
That's the reason why he didn't do it. But second off, I love Tip, and I'm going with Tip. But I'm gonna be honest with you. It's ugly for Ti. It's ugly.
T.I. had
It's
the
ugly
T.I.
for
had the
Ti.
better career. He just had the higher highs up.
I had to do the
Okay.
records. This ain't my opinion. I'm going with Tip. I just said that. But when I looked at the track list for 50, you know what's crazy about 50's career? He gets coined for Get Rich or Die Trying. And because it was so massive, it overshadows the next 4 years of his career.
mm-hmm.
But it's a lot
Yep.
of monsters in them
Massacre
next
got
4
a
I would
lot
say
of
It's a
years.
lot
Master.
of
I would say
shit.
Master really
It's a
got some
lot
shit
of
on it.
shit.
It's a
G-Unit
lot of
album.
Like
monsters,
Master
nigga.
really got
And
some shit on it.
And
Yeah.
since we
That G
talking,
Unit album.
man, come on,
let me
nigga.
tell
The
you
G Unit
something.
album alone is a wild card, nigga. Nigga beat
Mm-hmm.
your ass with that album. You won't even see it coming. Like,
And let's not forget that Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack got some shit on
come
there
on,
too.
my
Yes,
Yeah,
nigga.
And
Let's
it
not
do.
then,
forget that.
and
Window
then,
shopper.
That's true.
I whip your nigga.
hold
Hustler's
on.
ambition. It's a problem.
And I'm gonna cut you off to say this too. So as you can tell, like we did the blog era, 2009, 2012. This is the 06, 08
I'm
era.
mad I
So,
missed that.
but
Fuck.
listen, we're gonna redo some things. But listen,
Running it back.
listen, 05 and before is a conversation that needs to be had too. Because listen, 50 Cent is the future. G Unit radio mixtapes, like 50.
Oh
Bruh.
man, I'm ready to have this
Bruh.
Dipset versus G Unit
Bruh.
mixtape
Listen,
drop.
I
you
know
know
the
who we
G-Unit
I'm ready to
solos.
have it.
bruh. 50, like mixtape 50
We're
is
gonna
one
have
of
That's
to
a
the
set
most
different.
Different.
dangerous MCs ever, nigga.
Different.
we're gonna set that up for future episode. Y'all heard that first, but I'm just
Hey,
getting
listen,
at
that
let you know, like,
original Your Life on the Line. Oh my god.
Nigga.
Man,
Nigga.
man, the
Mixtape
original I
50
Smell
scary,
Pussy,
nigga. Niggas don't want that.
man.
Niggas do not
Man,
want
look.
mixtape 50. I'm telling you. So
Beg for mercy, man. Listen.
I think Tip is forever a champion in the South because to me, he was one of the only pure lyricists we had outside of Wayne.
At the
The
time,
South
for sure,
always been
yes.
known
yeah, at the
for
time,
the South always been known for inventing swag, different cadences, different flows, slick talk, a lot of shit like that. But when it came to competition, lyrically, Tip and Wayne held that shit down for a long time. And then
Did.
Ross cleaned up in the late 2000s, like
In
by
the
08.
2010 to 2010s, yeah.
Yeah, Ross comes
Yeah.
in and he cleans up and he carries it. But as a lyricist from the South, after Andre and Big, the only other nigga left is Tip. Andre, Big, and CeeLo, it's just Tip. And then it's
Which Crown,
Wayne.
do you remember what I always say about Tip? I get the Wayne argument. I get it. But that space from '04 to '07,
No, it's
It was
T.I.'s.
arguably the best rapper
No,
in the game.
no. So here,
It's T.I.'s.
so we gonna get to Wayne literally. Like we finna get to Wayne because I have a hot take I'm gonna ask y'all about, and I might get banned for life. But hey, this is what we're here for. In retrospect, now, how do you feel? I'm gonna end with this. How do you feel T.I. fares if he never gets locked up? Because the last song that comes out as
It's a
a
whole
single
different conversation.
is "Hurt." And if Hurt got the push that it should have off of T.I. versus T.I.P., we having another conversation. So how do y'all feel as though Tip would fare? And do you think Ross and others benefit because T.I. does go down these years?
Nah, I don't
1
think him
million.
going to jail stops anything.
Well, yeah, I was go ahead,
It
Crown.
wasn't.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. So T.I. versus T.I.P. was a very important album to me because at that point I'm transitioning into adulthood, and though King was really commercial, I respected him attempting to play both sides. The Wyclef records that he has on that album is fucking insane.
Yeah, those beats are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, Wyclef gave these niggas bangers.
Phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
So
phenomenal.
he's going crazy, right? But he has a typical rapper's career. A little bit more. Tip gets 6 albums out that's quality, right? If you go back and you listen to Paper Trail, it's one of the most dated albums ever. It's fucking scorching if it's 2008.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you play it today, outside of I'm Illy and maybe 1 or 2 other records, it's really, really old
Yeah,
2008.
it sounds like 2008. Like I could see Pineapple Express as I'm listening to that shit, nigga. Like,
yeah, it's really 08. And what I think is, without jail, I'm gonna tell you straight up, it ain't jail that took Tip out the game, because he was anticipated when he got out of jail. It's a light-skinned nigga named Drake that took T out
That
the game.
switched the game up.
He changed the game, and these niggas could not figure it out afterwards. Like, Ross was already on the wave of what Drake was coming in to do, because Ross became Casanova with the shit. Just real ladies, man. Once Ross made the switch to Justice League and laid back on the floor, he was good to go. Tip's energy, you got to realize, like, Tip foundation is crunk music. So it's all aggression, it's turned up and so forth. And even though he could talk to the women,
it's still turned. It's still
turned.
Yeah.
It's bass heavy. It's you know what I'm saying? That nigga Drake smoothed that shit out, and these niggas, like, even if you go listen to Fancy, with Drake talking to the bitches and making bitches feel good, this nigga Tip is judging the fuck out of every hoe on that verse.
But also too, you got to also Drake. One thing that people take away from him is not credited. Drake is a student of the game.
Yeah, he knows his history, bro.
And for him to be, he was around Wayne when all this was happening, as far as like the 08, 07, he was there. So that, I mean, that's another thing. Like me and Nell even talked about, maybe even on a bonus episode, like watching like the Carter 3 documentary, the one that's unauthorized or whatever, because you could see Drake in there. Like, if you remember, like, he literally doesn't drop a mixtape in 08 because he's prepping So Far Gone. And then he's able to see Wayne go from South guy to the guy. You know, he's able to be around Ross, because again, Ross and Birdman had the H album done. It just never came out as an album. It came out as a mixtape years later. Khaled released that. But it's just interesting because he got to see all of this. So it's like, it's one thing when a niggas, it's like telling niggas, all right, y'all go take a test right now, and then they come back and tell you, man, this is on a test, this is on a test, this is on a test. Drake studied, he prepared, and that nigga came through and shut it down. Now, you know, like I said, we'd be here all night if we just, you know, going into that era, because again, that's something that we're gonna have to rediscuss as far as like the 09 and 2012 era, because I mean, we might have to get into albums for that one, because I want to know where y'all niggas got Thank Me Later versus I'm trying to fuck.
Take
now
Care?
I got not take. I'm sorry. Take Care. I'm bullshitting. My head's going crazy. Take Care versus What's the Ross album? Not God Forgives, the one before, the classic one. Teflon Don.
Teflon Don.
Teflon Don.
Oh, it's not. I can't
Yeah,
wait
it's
to get
Teflon
it up, but
Don,
it ain't
bro.
even debatable to me.
Bro, it's Teflon Don, bro. Ain't no debating.
Yeah, it's Teflon Don.
It's Teflon.
Okay, all right. Just
You
making
see him
sure.
in the BMS? Come on,
I
man.
was quiet. I was just making noise.
It's Teflon Don, bro.
Thank you. All right, but I'm just saying, Drake made his bones, and he really starts taking off in the era. So that's something we're gonna have to definitely talk about. All right, let's end this shit with Wayne, man. What Wayne's 06 to 08 mixtape run is insane.
Legendary.
Insanity. Now, I'm gonna start the chaos. I don't have Dedication 2 as my favorite Wayne tape.
That's fine.
Your best
There's
better be
nothing wrong
drought
with that.
3.
Yeah,
So what's
it's okay.
the answer though?
It
Better be drought 3.
is The Drought Is Over 2. And I'm gonna
What
tell
the
you,
fuck?
oh, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out,
What the
please.
fuck?
Let me plead my case. With The Drought Is Over 2, right? And I'll pull a track list up if necessary. That to me is what the Carter 3 was before. It's basically the Carter 3
Okay.
lead.
Valid
It
point.
Pull
is.
that track list up for me,
I can
please.
see
I
it.
gotta see
Yeah,
that.
I need that track list.
Oh no, I got y'all. Y'all stay right. I got you. So
Because I
if
know
you
Drought Is Over 4. I love that tape.
and that's
Oh,
also that's the second. Drought Is Over 4, Drought Is Over 6, and Drought Is Over 2 are like the Carter 3 leaks, right? But Drought Is Over 2 is the very first like original one. Now the Carter 3 is leaked multiple times, but to me, this is the most complete Carter 3 leak. And I'll share the screen for y'all so we can look at this track list.
Shout out to the Evil Empire.
Let me say this right now, because it took me years to realize that those were not leaks.
What you mean?
I love them niggas for selling that. No, them niggas were geniuses. Those were not leaks. He literally was working through the album and building up. Those shits were released by Cash Money. Nobody was leaking them fucking records, bro.
Okay, I will say who was in a minute, but
I don't believe them records was leaked, dog. I believe that nigga was putting that shit out.
Okay, so for the
I
record,
think some of them were feelers though.
No, hold on. For the record, Crown, because you're on to something. The Empire did note that when he was getting these leaks, it was from someone from Wayne's crew who sat right on the bus next to him. And if you do your Googles, it was Kid. So it can make sense that this is coming direct from the source because it's like, how is this record so clean and all that. So, but we got the track list up, so let's go through this. Did it before.
Something you forgot. How you like
Scarface.
I know the future. Help. Time for us to
I'm a beast. Let's talk. Diamonds and Girls. I feel
I'm
like
gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Fuck no.
Top 10.
Prostitute flange. No, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Fuck no, bro.
Okay.
I respect your opinion, but this shit is not fucking with Drought 3 at all.
Nah, bro.
At all, nigga.
Nah.
All right, let's pull up Drought 3.
I just listen, nigga. Drought 3 inspired Leader. I'm gonna just say that now. So this nigga, that's
respect.
a go-to tape forever.
Respect. Leader comes
that might
out.
be the best Wayne ever, nigga. Like the nigga did the Jamaican accent.
I can't put Drought 3 over Dedication 2 or the Suffix, but I respect.
Nah, I'm definitely
Look
putting
at
nigga.
second
He
track,
killed
Black Republican. Come on, man.
Come on, I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna put Drought 3 up there. Before y'all go into this track list. Drought 3 is where this nigga annihilates Upgrade You. And the conversation starts then. Can Jay-Z come the fuck back? And is this his game again? And the answer is fuck no. Kingdom Come is on the ropes. This nigga gotta go do American Gangster. Because Wayne is like, bitch, you not coming back. Ride for My Niggas kills Mike Jones' fucking career. Get High, Rule the World makes you question Nas's version.
We taking over just the Wayne verses? Come on, man.
Come on, man. Like,
okay.
Fucking.
Cause I'm gonna throw one out when we get through. I'm just gonna scroll through the track list. So
nigga, the Sierra record?
I can't feel my face.
Oh, come on, the Sierra record. I was like, nigga, that's how you holla at a bitch.
Okay. So
Live from the 500 and flow.
So-
Is this the crazy
Kill
flow?
Gilly on
Jumping
that.
like a bunch of no rope.
Murder
Come
Gilly.
on,
Crazy
man.
on that.
Walk it out.
Walk it out. Like
Yeah, man. Walk it out.
like,
yeah.
come on, son.
Back on my Grizzy.
This is the one, bro.
All right, so let me ask y'all a question because again, there's so much. Like, so where is I Can't Feel My Face for y'all during this era? Because the mixtape. Because
It's cool. It's in the conversation, but wait, let me ask you this question, bro. Because you said drop 2 is over. Let me ask.
Mhm.
What's your top 5 Wayne mixtapes?
Whoo!
That can go for everybody.
Okay. In no order, just throwing it up.
No
there.
order. Just give me 5.
Dedication to
Drop 3.
Suffix, first dedication, Drought is over 2, and I would probably say Drought 3. Honorable mention is gonna be Drought is over part 4.
And no,
Okay.
no ceilings?
No ceilings is not in there. That's crazy.
No
So
ceilings
mine's
not
is
in there for me.
Drought 3, Dedication 2, No Ceilings, Louisiana mixtape.
Classic.
Okay, classic.
And then I would put one of the Jouts is over. I'll probably go 4. Jout is over 4.
That's
in
my
there.
5 too. That's my 5.
Suffix is an honorable mention for me. Because Suffix is like really raw Wayne.
And that's why it's in my 5. I don't think Suffix does.
Let me get the respect it deserves.
Nowhere near, because it's between dedication 1 and 2, and it doesn't get its respect that it's deserved. Like prefixes, I get why people,
I Get Out is on Suffix, right?
Yeah, I mean the fucking Dear Summer freestyle he did on Suffix to me is
I just heard that shit yesterday.
That's my favorite. Like, yeah, bro.
The fact that he told you we was finna come to your city and start robbing you niggas is crazy. Like
calmly,
like yeah, nigga, y'all should buckle up because we lost everything, so we come
with
take this
DJ
shit.
Khaled just in the background. Yeah, bro. That's a classic, bro. Like that's in my 5. But I can't feel my face though.
It's dope, but I think it's just a hype product.
Really?
Yes, it is. It very much so. I agree.
Man,
I'm not a fan of I Can't Feel My Face. I never liked
Wayne been beating Jewel's album as every record.
I didn't see. They tried to make them equals. They were never equals.
They weren't
equals, but Jewel's was getting. That's the best era of Jewel's to me. Though.
No, if you were going to have anybody with Wayne, I feel like Wayne could have brought the best out of Cam. But Jewel's, I never saw it.
But okay, Cam. But we just talked about this last week or whenever we talked about this recently. At that point in time, Cam didn't give a fuck.
Cam didn't give a fuck about no rap, bro. At that point,
and they said, "Bitch, you gonna blinky with the stinky stinky."
Jewel's was rapping for his life at that point. Cam didn't care about rap. Like
Cam didn't give a fuck about rap.
That was the era where Cam kind of just like stopped caring, and then he somewhat cared when Vado came around, and then he stopped caring again.
You know what's funny about that blinky stinky stinky? Cam only did that on like 2-3 songs, but it's so funny like how that will stick with you.
Because it was like it's that moment where you're just like, nigga, what?
Yeah. And I mean, I'm talking to New Yorkers here too, but I mean, I really can't imagine at this time. Now I will say, okay, in 2006, if Wayne does a tape with Game, that would have been.
It's a problem. It's a movie.
That would have been.
That's a problem for sure too. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a movie today.
Honestly,
that's a movie today.
It can be.
That's a movie today.
If they can replicate even just 60% of their prime, then it's
I'm gonna be honest.
A problem.
Neither one of them niggas have lost a step as far as
they haven't, bro. Like
still
Game
hungry,
still
Wayne
puts
still
out
hungry.
Quality product.
Like Game
I'm
last
not listening, but
crazy.
I will give Game his credit what credit's due.
He's just corny. That's all it is. He's corny.
That's it. That's all it is. Like,
but as far as ability, every album that Game has put out has been nothing less than a 7.
No, for sure. Game. Yeah, that's wow. That's really accurate. Actually, now that you say that, that's extremely accurate. His last album was a fucking problem, though. Like,
no, and I mean, again, there was a lot of dudes from New York at this time. I mean, shout out to Josh. You mentioned this earlier about Papoose. Papoose was going crazy in New York at the time, and it was a lot of hip hop. I just don't know.
Hey Van, bro. I just need you and Nelson, have my back when I come up there before I say this. So just have my back. Just make sure they don't shoot at me.
Here we go.
Oh shit.
Papoose is Mr. Black Love now. You are safe, G.
You
All
are
right,
safe.
cool. All right, cool. All right. I'm gonna be real. Damn, it's gonna pain me to do this. All my old size 8 fitteds are looking at me crazy right now. All right, look,
Oh, yeah,
it's
Gino Green.
my Gino Green shirt is about to turn into 9s in a minute. Dog,
Oh my
Papoose
God.
is arguably top 15 worst
Don't
rappers
say
I've
it.
ever heard in my life. I'm sorry. No, it has to be said, bro. Like legit, he's damn near the fat nigga in Drew Hill. That's the level that he's on.
Oh, that's
I'm
disrespectful.
He
sorry.
wasn't even doing the Tell Me Hop. That's crazy.
No, I'm being honest with it. I do
That's
not
crazy.
want to hear
Disrespectful.
I don't want to hear
Hey,
alphabetical
Papoose, I ain't got
slaughter.
no problem with you.
It was one moment on the Touch It remix. He had a couple of mixtapes that was
No, hey, all right, hold on,
I'm
Ace.
sorry.
Hold on, Earl. I'm gonna jump in there. Niggas gas to Touch It remix. Like they
Come
really
on, man.
rode that shit
Whoa,
into
brother.
fucking
Whoa
oblivion.
now.
Like no, he
Whoa,
slid.
Hold on now.
He slid. But listen, he
Hold down,
slid. He slid. Listen to what I'm saying. He slid. But y'all niggas rode that shit till the wheels fell off. Like this
Hold on a
nigga was
minute,
the
player.
GOAT.
Low key,
It
but
was
you gotta
cool.
think about the time. At the time, that's low key all we had, bro.
And
That's
chicken
what-
noodle soup. You're right.
It was a dark
All
time.
right.
That's right.
all.
It was an awkward moment. I'm not knocking you.
Respectful, but
I'm just saying,
disrespectful
with
niggas.
The
with
soda on the
Papoose,
side. Damn.
I don't know who. I say this forever. I don't know who the fuck wants a Mountain Dew with a chicken noodle soup, but it's cool. I ain't knocking nobody.
Eminem fans, maybe.
But
yeah, it's a good point.
what I will say is this: Papoose is a technical rapper. Like Papoose to me is in the room of like Pharoah Monch, fucking Mickey Fax, them type of niggas of just like,
I can hear the coochies drying.
God damn, bro. I wasn't trying to.
I'll be real, bro. Papoose is a concept, bro.
Boom. Who said that? That's the greatest explanation.
He's a concept. He's an idea, bro.
He's a concept rap. Yeah, listen, that was a messy era. Like, because I was.
New York was in.
Well, hold on. I'll explain it because I was, I'm now thinking about it and explaining it. That was the nasty era when like it was the I want to bring New York back era when it was like don't do that shit, bro. Like just
Never.
And plus, not to cut you off, New York is broken off because of 50. Like, let's state that. 50
I hate that y'all
divided
blame
everything.
50 for that.
50
I hate that
divided
y'all blame
everything,
50
bro.
for that.
it was a lot of things. It wasn't really like I mean 50's part 50 does play a major part in it. Like we're not gonna sit here and lie, but I think the Cam and Jay friction from the whole
Yeah,
Dame situation started that.
Even the J Nas
Then
shit, I feel
the
like.
Jay Nas
Nas
thing.
coming out and telling everybody that hip hop is dead. Like,
is what killed New York.
Yeah.
That's what killed New York.
It was that. It was it was even.
Mims.
I'm
Listen,
gonna be honest
Hey,
with you.
Mims got
Mims gave New
all
York
of the
flame.
all of the people who came out in the late '90s, going into 2000, like because like that's when I was 7 to 8 listening to rap, and that was like the X Hove. Even though Nas didn't come out to '99, but like, but I remember like vaguely hearing certain songs as a kid, but like that whole era, like, kind of was going somewhere, and then kind of when Jay was the J Cam thing happened, the 50 thing happened, the J Nas thing happened, this happened, that happened, like all types of stuff, like even even fucking Rough Riders like
Can I say something?
splintered off. Like it was just a lot of like when people started kind of come around like after that whole really good era of New York rap, and obviously there was Biggie passing and Pun passing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like we could preface that, but I will say a lot of stuff splintering, and then with the newer acts, and then that kind of just turned the vicious cycle. Oh, we're gonna bring New York back, and it's like, bro, nah, just make good music. Like let that shit just.
Yeah. Can I jump in here?
Go ahead.
I would say this about New York. You say you were like 7 or 8 in the transition from like the late 90s to 2000s?
I was like 6 or 7 in '98. So
Okay, cool. So you're around the same age. As a nigga who watched the 90s and the 2000s, the reason why I hate that people blame 50 for this shit is because the truth of the matter is niggas burnt out. 50 was the last flame that niggas had. If it's not for 50, if we take 50 completely out of the equation, Jay-Z retires, New York dies anyways. Ja Rule is never a face card for New York. He from New York, but he's not the face for it. The Locks is nice, but okay, they gonna forever be. They were the Griselda of their era. Street niggas loved they shit, and they was raw and they was dope. But we didn't go to the deluxe for chart topping shit. Around the time that Jay's returned, X is also kind of phasing out. Nas gets another spark because of the beef with Jay. Because if Jay never beefs with Nas, Nas's career is very scary going into the 2000s. The beef brings Nas back to the forefront.
I mean, we could preface that before even the Jay Nas beef.
Yeah.
If Nas's third album doesn't get, if I Am never gets leaked, we have a whole different discussion about Nas. And it's a
True shit.
it's a greater discussion. It's a greater discussion.
It's definitely a greater discussion.
Then we talk about the lost tape. Like, yeah, we don't get the lost tapes, but I Am was the lost tapes plus the best songs of Nostradamus plus songs here and there, which, you know, I did a lot of like reading about that album. That's a whole nother discussion. But, you know, yeah.
It phases out, right? I'm just talking about just on the surface of what happens. 50 really, to be honest with y'all, is the saving force for New York. That's why they put him and Jay in that Reebok commercial, because it was essentially a passing of the torch.
Well, yeah.
But look at it like this though, bro. Like if 50 has the same mentality Southern rappers have, where like I'm gonna get on and I'm gonna make everybody else around me, like the whole city hot. If he has that mentality, New York is in a better place.
Who's there to be hot though? That's my thing. Like, when we talking about who 50 beef with, because we blame 50 for this, but when we talk about who he beefed with, right? Mm-hmm. The hottest niggas in the city in 2002 is Dipset niggas, G-Unit niggas, and Rockefeller niggas. Rockefeller is gonna crumble anyways. And the niggas that's holding Rockefeller the fuck up outside of Dipset is some Philly niggas. So that ain't New York. It's tri-state, but it ain't New York.
Okay. Can I jump in when you? I'm gonna jump in when you.
Yeah. Dipset is Dipset, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Dipset self-destructs anyways because of internal conflict. It's a great era. That shit crumbles anyways. Jay pulled the plug on the whole ship. He knew what the fuck he was doing. You niggas tried to overthrow me. None of you niggas will swim without me. Period. 50 beats with Ja Rule. Like I said, Ja Rule's not a face of New York. New York don't like Ja Rule. 50 don't like Ja Rule. DMX don't like Ja Rule. Nas don't like Ja Rule. Jay don't like Ja Rule. Ja Rule is just running the fucking radio. He's not strong enough to keep New York alive. Fat Joe is a boss, but we're not really looking, like, to be honest with you, Fat Joe resurgence comes from him going south. In the early 2000s, you got Lean Back, but like,
but if you think about it too, the reason that's also that where a lot of the New York guys had their resentment toward the South. But if you look at most Southern, like even people who listen to a lot of that music at the time, look who really fucked with the South. That people still talk about to this day that are still relevant from New York. It's Joe
and Jay.
It's Joe.
But I was also.
But it's Joe. It's Nori. It's Cam.
It's Jay.
It's Kiss. It's all a D Block, really, if you think about it. Because look at the Locks. Jada and Styles are rapping over Lil Jon beats.
And that's
Styles making songs for Currency and shit like that.
Yeah, like Sheik and them was doing beats with the Runners. Like those people, they understood what was going on.
And no one has said.
Yeah, and the thing is, there are no rappers coming up out of New York in that era that can hold it. Like, that's really what killed New York. There was not a second generation groomed to come up. That was it.
I mean,
I would say it was that. I would say maybe you could say that, but I think
like also, Fabulous was there, but Fabulous wasn't getting the love.
But also, I would say also there was the narrative that there was resentment toward the South really killed. As for somebody
that wasn't a narrative, that was a truth.
Yeah. But I'm saying no. It was the truth to a degree, but if they had really looked at who really fucked the South, and obviously you can't tell the future from 20 years from when that happened, because if you really think about it, we still talk about Cam, we still talk about Kid, like, you know, we still talk about Dipset and the Lock/D Block, because that was the time. There's Joe and there's Nori. Like, those people really saw it, but if you really look at who everybody was talking about in New York, they weren't the main people to be like, oh yeah, like, I fuck with the South. Like, imagine, because maybe because Nas was, and maybe because those guys were in a different space, because like Nas's focus was the Jay situation, and Ja Rule was fighting for his life every fucking day for the 50 Cent, and like other situations there. So it makes you wonder, like, okay, maybe if they didn't have those situations and they could understand like,
I
oh
don't
yeah,
think it's
the
the
South.
situations. I'm gonna be
Well,
honest with you.
maybe it isn't, but I'm just saying, had they maybe shed some type of light on the South, and then you start to understand like, oh wow, like there's a reason why Cam and them, like, you know what I mean? I feel like the people who could have put that vision out there, that Cam, like, and I'm not trying to downplay Cam, Jada, or anybody, but I'm just saying the people who were the
They
big
want the
wigs
people.
of New York that could have like shared that vision that they shared, I think we'd have a lot of a different discussion.
Let's have a real conversation before we get back to the Wayne shit. The reason why niggas came to the South and really like from the South, it's a lot of us from the South, a lot of y'all from New York. I'm gonna tell you the truth. New York never liked nobody outside of New York.
That's not true.
No, listen to what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Y'all had to be forced to respect us. Y'all did the
I
same shit to the
I
West.
like
Hold
the
on.
music, bro. But that's just
They
me.
did
But
the
go ahead.
same shit to the West that they did to the South. When the West first started coming in, it was jokes. And then niggas grew. And it was like, damn, we can't ignore these niggas. Snoop kicked the door and it's like, fuck. Dre kicks the door. Cube, all these niggas kick the door. And then it's like, we gotta fuck with it. And then while the West is
you see
doing
what
that,
happens
hold
to
on.
them though. You see
While
what
the
happens
West
to
is
them.
doing that, the South is creeping. The South and the West is cousins. Because we know what it's like to be left out. The South come to New York. Though y'all hopping on our records, y'all talking a lot of shit in y'all records about niggas from the South not being able to rhyme. Russell Simmons is saying Outkast gonna ruin hip hop.
Man, fuck Russell Simmons.
Niggas is, but listen, he's the
But
king of New
go
York.
ahead. But go ahead, keep going.
He's the king of New York.
I had to
He's
say that, but go ahead.
Yeah, he's the
My
head
fault,
of
bro.
Def Jam. He's the head of, like, niggas is talking crazy about the South. And what happens in the South is that it's so many of us, you can't beat us. Because really it wasn't, we was out, some people will say we was out rapping. I don't think the South was lyrically out rapping the North in the early 2000s, but I think we was out producing the North.
Let me hop in real quick. Crowd. You have to remember something too about the South. We're talking about a whole region.
A region versus the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
yeah, but y'all was bullies, nigga. Y'all was bullies like y'all was a region.
That's the thing. And the thing about the South, is
there's so many different parts of the South. Like,
and
like, go ahead, Larry. My fault. I don't want to.
No. It's you got to remember. Like, keep in mind during this time, G Unit has Buck, who is from Nashville. Buck is the first nationally known person from Nashville. You got Nashville. You got what 3-6 is doing in Memphis and what Gotti's doing on TBT on a lower level, which is going to rise up later on. You have Banner from Mississippi. You got
Cash Money.
You know what I'm saying? Even in the later, we talking this era from 06 to 08, you got Rich Boy and people from Alabama. You got, of course, Atlanta. That goes without saying. But then, of course, Florida. Who do I have to? We got 2 Florida dudes. I mean, 3.
You got Plies and Ross.
Payne.
I'm talking about we got 3 Florida dudes on this pod. I can't tell y'all. Y'all know what Pitbull did, what Plies did, what T-Pain did, what Trick Daddy did, what Ross did, what Trina does.
Ask this question. What is this a result of?
No, and that's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting
10, 15 years of niggas going to New York getting trashed.
Houston, New Orleans. So you got a whole Baton Rouge with Boosie and Webby. So I just look at it like this, Crown person. I feel like you said, the South, it's like you try to put chains on it. But when the South came, bro, it was nothing no one was going to be able to do. And also keep in mind, too, the biggest acts in like 03, 04 is Lil Jon and these guys like this. You know why? Because people love to party and they love to hear something different. And when the women love it, it's going crazy. So there's nothing to me, even though I respect New York, it's nothing New York could have really done, because you talk about 50, but look at the other guys too and what they were transitioning to. Nas
they
had a couple
phased out.
Yeah, Nas had a couple albums. It was like, You got Ghostface who's doing his thing, but then the Wu is just kind of, it's kind of broken up a little bit.
The Wu was kind of in their own thing.
You got
Nas had good albums, real quick. Just Nas had good albums, but just in the grand scheme of things, they weren't. Obviously the bigger thing was John and 50. But then you go to follow, like you said, you got X who's
Lord give me a sign. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That was 03. X was Grand Champ. That was
Okay.
where the hood at. But he was in and out of jail too.
yeah,
And Rough Riders was kind of Rough Riders wasn't the same after not why when D got in the car accident. And then everybody Swizz went to go do his own thing. Eve was doing her own shit. X was in and out of jail. The Locks kind of went solo, and they were kind of all doing their own respective lanes. So
yeah, and you
it was
just
that too. A lot of you know what it is too.
Lil' Kim gets locked up. Like it's a lot.
There's that. I feel like when the South came, because like the South is a lot more vast than New York. Because people act like New York, it's a city, it's 5 boroughs and all that. But I feel like whereas the South came like even though everybody was different, they were all united. Whereas at that time, New York was kind of splintered because like you had Dipset and G Unit, but Dipset and G Unit kind of did their own things. They didn't coexist together.
But at the
And
same
to a degree,
time, bro,
to a degree, Rockefeller was kind of it was there, but it obviously it wouldn't come official till 05, 06 when motherfuckers had to choose between Dame and Hove. There's that. Then obviously, like I said, Rough Riders was splintering at that time. Nas was kind of like Nas wasn't at obviously like the game kind of moved on. No, I won't say the game moved on from Nas, but it wasn't it wasn't the same.
You can say
But,
that.
like it kind of just I feel like and I'm not trying to downplay what the South did because I enjoyed it. That was just me, but I feel like where the South really rose up was at a time when everybody, even though they were all from different states, all came together while New York was kind of like splintering on its own.
But you know what, too, Nelson? I'm gonna say that, and I think that's what opens the lane for the acceptability of an acceptability of a Wayne, right? Truth be told, man, if we're gonna be honest, that whole the North was hating on the South and this, that, and the third. It's a section of it, but it wasn't really to an extent like the niggas who were really on, who were really making moves. They wasn't really hating on the South like that. Like you look at guys who was really, really on. Dipset always had connections with the South from jump.
Bro, they brung in Wayne, bro. Hustler music was shot in Harlem.
Bro,
always
they redid
had love in the South. Like
go back to Nori.
But
Nori,
listen
Nori
though,
gave David
Jay was on
Nori,
Juvenile,
but and that's
Nori
what I'm
was doing
saying. Like
with David Banner. Nori was doing Crooked Letters, but Nori was doing
but
shit.
Nori wasn't the person, like we said.
I'm not saying Nori was the person, but I'm saying that kind of. But the first, I feel like when it comes to those, when I see how this worked, it wasn't gonna be like like we're gonna obviously you're gonna recognize Hove for bringing in Juvenile on the High remix before you recognize Nori for being on
But see, that's okay. Hold on.
And Project Pad. That's going to happen, but I just feel like
that's weird. I got it. It's like this. It's like
okay. I'm not saying you're gonna do that, but I'm saying if you
I know what
mention
you're saying.
in the grand scheme of things, that's gonna get mentioned first.
It's like this, bro. It's like y'all got any of y'all got siblings?
Yeah.
It's like your sibling keep hitting the fuck out of you behind your mama back, and then your mama turn around right when you pop their ass back. And it's like, why you hit her? Why you hit him? What the North was doing to the South in the 90s was that shit. They were listening to hold on, they was doing a lot of foul shit. And it wasn't that they was fucking with the South. Like even Yin Yang Twins just talked about this shit on Beehive. It wasn't that New York niggas who was in popping was fucking up the South. Southern niggas was fucking niggas money up. You couldn't escape a high. You didn't hop on a high because you fucked with it. You hopped on a high because this nigga was out selling niggas. Same shit with Yin Yang Twins. Same shit with Dipset. You redid Bout It because Master P is up 400 million. Niggas in the South is making more money than y'all niggas. And we outshining niggas and they can't move without having to see us. So it wasn't a welcoming in. You didn't bring Juvenile to New York. You rode a nigga wave because he was hot. That was the difference of what was going on. And what Wayne did in the South was essentially what Jay did to other niggas. They reversed the game. Wayne went to New York and was like, yo, I'm starting with Philly niggas with Gilly and all that shit. I'm going to New York niggas because that's where I get the respect. He linked with them niggas and was beating them niggas' asses on every record he could because he was trying to prove a point. It wasn't an embrace. It was a power move. It was a takeover. That's
I don't
what was
believe
really
that, bro. I
happening.
think the Wayne shit was an embrace, bro. Cause he came up here and it
Yeah.
wasn't just like he came here and started rapping. He was trying to dress like us. He using niggas slang. Like he really was fucking with New York, bro.
Yeah, I think
Hello?
in certain
Yeah.
cases, it sounds that way, but I think in other cases, like with Wayne and shit, it was an embrace. Like even with the Locks too. Like the Locks didn't have to go rap on Lil Jon Beats. They did it because
Yeah,
it was like
man.
fuck it.
And that's what I'm
like,
saying. It wasn't really the guys who were really on. It was the whispers of
It was the older generation.
It was the
honestly.
older
Yeah, it
generation,
was the older
and it was
cats.
the I don't want to say the Pharaoh monsters of the world, but it
It
was
was
the
the
like the
mid-90s.
Talibs and all that, like
early.
all of that making
and then-
fun of
right.
Southern rapper slang. It wasn't really the bigger ones. It
and
not
then it bit
really.
into and then that kind of like rotated into the radio, and then that's when that whole weird shit happened. But
Right.
like the people, like I think about it this way: the people who really held it down are the people who really fucked with the South, and that's why, like I said, like you're always gonna remember it. Like I don't like Kiss and Styles and them. Like they ain't do that shit because they was hot. They did that shit because they genuinely fuck with people.
Kiss
No,
was
that's a
Kiss had a
fact.
song with OJ, man.
That's
like
a fact.
Cam don't fuck with people. This is from somebody who like I don't know Cam personally. I know some 6 degrees of separation. Some people who were like around Cam. Cam was a different motherfucker. Like Cam don't fuck with a lot of people, but if Cam fucks with you, Cam fucks. Like the people who fuck with the South are the type of people who fuck with people because they
But-
genuinely fuck with
No,
them.
that's a fact. But the people who mattered,
Of course,
they weren't the people that was fucking. Like Jay wasn't fucking with the South because he understood the South.
Honestly, I think you're
He
just talking
understood
about
the money. He liked JD. He liked JD. But nigga, even Yin Yang Twins is like, nigga, we get a call from Jay-Z and he's like, y'all niggas fucking the money up.
But he even fucked.
But that's Hov though. I think
But that's the
That's
thing.
Hov.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
that's-
saying?
that's-
No, fact,
The
right.
thing
That's
too,
Hov.
the thing
But
too
Hov's
is like
the only nigga with the power that matters. Like Cameron, nigga, Dipset is on the phase out when Wayne is coming through that run. That's why we never get I Can't Feel My Face. If we want to be completely honest with you, the
I think
conversation
the
in the
internal
office
conflicts
is,
fucked that up too.
huh?
The internal conflicts between them fucked that up.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. And we being honest, the conversation that Cash Money and Young Money is, Jewels is in trouble with Def Jam. The first album drops, he locked up on his second album as far as like being able to release it. Does it benefit us to do it? You dragging them on every record. And then they falling apart from the inside.
I think also to follow up, I'm fucking mad as hell because I forgot I was gonna say this shit. But like even before Juvenile with Hove, like Hove wanted Pimp C on a couple records and just the shit just fell through.
I mean, but the reason why
Because he wanted Hove on Volume 1. Hove wanted Pimp C on Volume 1.
Yeah, and Pimp was like,
Yeah,
nah.
because what's it called? What's the track
ago,
with
real
Too Short?
Real.
Yeah, a week ago.
That was supposed to be Pimp C.
And a week
Facts.
ago was supposed to be Pimp C too.
It was
So,
a
like,
week. Yeah.
No, both of them. Both the Too Short songs were actually, I think, going to be with Pimp.
And Pimp is like, why is Pimp not doing the records? Because he like, nigga, I know these niggas for real. They don't fuck with us. Now Jay loves UGK. That's a fact. But at the same time, this is classic Jay. We know Jay, bro. Jay is the first Drake, nigga. I see the shit coming. I'm jumping on it. UGK was so hot.
That's the formula.
That's the formula, right? So that's what I keep saying. It's not that I'm trying to discredit these niggas but it's like it wasn't the reason why the South felt the way that they felt, because this is the initial conversation, like the concept that New York wasn't fucking with the South. No, New York really wasn't fucking with the South. We made New York have to fuck with the South. The DJs wasn't fucking with the South. The fucking personalities wasn't fucking with the South. The radio wasn't fucking with the South. Niggas was ignoring the South. And then New York niggas who had to travel and tour in the South saw that the South was getting money and was like, yo, I can't come down there and get no money if I don't fuck with these niggas.
But that's regionalism, though. That's it. That's anywhere you
Yeah,
go.
but New York did that to everybody first. So when everybody got on their feet, it wasn't that we was just like, oh, nigga, fuck New York. Or we, like, because it's like now the conversation is not that the South got it. The conversation has kind of changed into like, oh, we made this shit up in our head. It was never like that. New York always fuck with the South. No, New York did not fuck with the South. And they didn't fuck with the West either.
They didn't fuck with
Well, the
nobody.
idea that Chitlin Circuit exists for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
you're definitely right about that.
Let me.
I
Let
mean,
me
I
hop
get.
in.
I would just say too. I just feel like the people who had a voice at that time, like, because you see, that's like the gift and the curse of social media. Because I feel like if people really looked more into it, I feel like you would have gotten more people who fucked with the South, like from New York. But I think because the people who were at the highest points at that time were, instead of embracing it, were questioning it, and that's what it turns into. Oh, all of New Yorkers are fucking with the South. When it's like, unfortunately, not.
That's a true statement.
The 10 to 15 people who can say a voice
Wasn't fucking with it.
were
And
worried. Were worried about
plus
it.
New York, plus New York. Not to cut you off, but like New York is selective on certain people from the South they fuck with. It's just
Right.
that's just what it is. Like
Yeah.
Jeezy,
And
like, niggas
let's
pick
throw
out
this
shit.
in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's
New
throw
York-
how
New Yorkers love
Virginia is.
Jeezy.
Virginia is the
like-
place that bridges that gap.
Yeah.
And it
Well,
ain't rappers. It's two producers by the name of Timbaland
Timbo
and
and
Pharrell
Pharrell.
Yes, sir.
that bridges that gap for niggas.
I mean, even Teddy Riley.
Yeah, maybe really
Missy,
3, but I feel
Missy, like,
Teddy Riley.
let me hop in and say this. It really just honestly, it is perception. I think we all saying the same thing, but it really is perception because, as we were saying earlier, if you look at, it's all about how you perceive Def Jam at that time, how you perceive Hot 97, and how you perceive these other places. Because of course, 106 in Park, that's New York. Hot 97, Summer Jam, Def
Everything's
Jam.
in New York.
It's all New York, right? But if you look at the grander like scale of like what New York is, not just the heavy hitters, but even guys like Mobb Deeps of the world, different people, like there are some people, there are those that are messing with the South. It's just, again, Jay has the Big Pimpin' record, but then you ask, okay, like what happens from there? And we all saying the same thing. It's like the South.
The powers that be.
The South was just too. The South was too powerful. And again, Crown is right. Like, when you look at, Cass not getting their respect, Goody Mob not really getting their respect that they deserve, highly underrated. You get into these conversations of how New York was trying to. I don't think New York was holding back the South, Crown. I think New York was trying to hold on. And
they were just trying to ignore it.
And
like,
I think, and when you look at that aspect of it, trying to hold on to something, when you try to hold on to something, you don't prepare for the future. So when the South happens, instead of their,
takeover.
Yeah, instead of you not getting, an outlet, that's why the blog era was great, because there wasn't an out. And now everybody just listens to
everybody fucks with everybody.
Yeah.
I say like
exactly.
Yeah, like that shit is. What happens is we have this argument all the time. Like, trust me, like we get into this argument all the time. I think the only thing about it is like there's a point if you growing up in the South, and for us that's on this call, it's kind of like racism in the same sense. Like we all went to school with multiple different cultures of kids and shit. So we didn't really understand racism. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, I'm in class with white kids, black kids, Puerto Rican kids, and vice versa. But if I was born in the 40s or 50s, it's racism. I don't understand that lifestyle. It's the same thing when it comes to music and when we talk New York and the South. Like, we all grew up loving shit from everywhere. If you a 90s kid, you love Nelly just like you love DMX.
That's a fact.
And Jay-Z and all that shit. Yeah. But for us, we see it differently, which is why we are saying the same thing. But when I'm talking about just old heads and conversations I've been a part of,
yeah, definitely, yeah, old heads.
It's a whole different talk, and it's like the one thing that niggas love to do is they try to discredit when the South really started taking shit over. They try to cut about 3-4 years off of our trajectory and be like, nah, y'all niggas ain't really get it to 05, 06. No, nigga, we was on you niggas' head 2001.
Nah. If you want to keep it a buck, I'm gonna be all the way honest. I'm just gonna keep it Bow Wow. when Pac dies and when Big dies, that is the South. The South starts kicking the door down, in my
Emergence.
opinion.
Yep.
I mean,
Like-
yeah, 98 is the emergence. And then
Like-
01 to 03 when Lil Jon and them start coming around is really when it got really more
Yeah, because
bigger. Like that's why I like 98. Like 98 is one of my favorite years in rap history, not just because of as a New Yorker, like
It's a
fucking
shift.
Volume 2,
Hey,
it's
I'm gonna
dark
get
and
up
hella
with y'all,
top.
man.
young,
I youngin. Like all that shit drops, but like also you have like the Cash Money. That's the year Cash Money comes to emerge into the obviously to the spotlight. That's No Limit and all those other albums. Like that's why I like that year a lot because that year is kind of a mix of everything.
Yeah, 98 is the game changing year. But let's get back to the Wayne shit.
But I want to say too, real quick before we wrap up with that. I feel like also just a lot of people just like really just pigeonhole that shit. Like I feel like it's just the people who have money, like the Russell Simmons, even though it's fuck Russell Simmons, but all them other people. Yeah, now he running around like he Pac after he was meditating in Malaysia. But
Dodging them charges. He's full of shit.
Yeah, he
exactly,
came back to America, man.
son, crazy. But
Moving
like,
like
it's just
Nigga
that it's
running
them
around
cats.
like he Alpo, man.
Right, for real. Like
He's
it's
back in America?
yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
out
bro,
here
that
making
nigga was in
music.
Miami, bro.
Nigga say they can't hold me, baby. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's that man. It's like the Leors and all them dudes,
Yeah,
bro.
and
Like
that's why I wanted to.
it's all them people, man. Like
That's
it
why I
was
wanted
really them.
to say that earlier because again, like now, because we are late 80s, early 90s kids, so to us, we have different perception on what a label is because the same way our older brothers, depending on how young you are, listening to this, your parents or whatever viewed Def Jam and what it was in the 80s and 90s, you may have a certain perception. For us, we got to witness Loud, Ruckus, Duck Down, so many different ones. So
Def Jam's resurgence because
yeah,
they
so
almost went broke.
yeah, so when it comes to the conversation about New York and the South, it's like, yes, Kevin Liles, Leor, that whole regime, right? That whole regime and that whole just brain trust of what they were thinking at that time. Yes, they were trying to hold on to Russell. They're trying to hold on to the essence of New York and trying to hold on to it. But when you look at it in a real, and this is why conversations like this are important. When you look at the grander scheme, you have people that can point out, yeah, Fab was down there with BMF. You have
even Steve Rifkin admitted it to a full. He was like, like when he got 3-6 through the when they bought Relativity out, which I explained in the Wu-Tang bonus episode. I kind of explained how Steve like Loud got to where they were before they ultimately folded. But even he admitted, like he was like, yo, I knew 3-6 was popular, but like he's like, shit, I did not know they were gonna be who they were now. But that's the thing. A lot like a guy like that's why even with Steve Rifkin, I respect that because he can admit that. All them other cats will not admit that.
They wouldn't admit it, and that's the point.
He knew 3-6 was 3-6. He just didn't know how he knew how big 3-6 would be, but he didn't know it would be to the point where 20
years later,
25 years later, they're literally getting sampled to like damn near like the Isley Brothers fucking guy did in the early 90s.
nigga.
Like,
Say that shit again. That's crazy.
Like he didn't understand. I think like, but that's the thing. I respect like an exec. That's why I like Steve Rifkin a lot because I respect the fact that he can understand that he fucked up and be like, you know what? Yeah, like I knew they were big. I didn't know they was that big, but shit, like they
Like when I
to that point.
when I look at labels and we talking like executives, Rifkin's one of them, Iveen's one of them.
Great executive, like
and that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't rooted in like nigga. Like even let's just think about this concept. How many labels started Southern divisions of labels? And how disrespectful that was. Def Jam South, Bad Boy South. This like nigga, if the South, because listen, all the labels are in Atlanta now.
I mean shit, Steve Rifkin saw David Banner.
California. So if niggas was to start doing QC New York, QC East, QC East. Like this shit is crazy. Like nigga, it's like, and then when you look at what these artists were getting, like now we talking technicalities. We're not just talking music. You talking budgets being smaller. You talking T.I. If we're being honest, it shouldn't take King for T.I. to be recognized as one of the greats. Realistically, he's the hottest nigga on Urban Legend.
Sure.
Realistically, he's burning shit down at 20 folds. Realistically, Ludacris should be talked about a lot sooner than he's talked about.
It sounds like we're having a generational conversation because these things of biases against the South don't exist with our generation because
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
we're blog era babies. Like we're mixing. So you just wanted the hottest shit that was in the streets. Like fuck the bullshit. Like it didn't matter where it came from.
We're the mixtape generation.
Yeah, it was just like, but even in the mixtape, like,
Love, bro.
All right, bro. Yeah, even in the mixtape game, it's like when you look at let's circle it back to Wayne. If we talking blog, we talking LimeWire, pre-blog, mixtape era, nigga. No rapper in the history had to do like nigga. Let's be very clear. We giving mixtapes the credit that they deserve. It's a 50 Cent thing, right? 50's the original king of the mixtape. But 50 is doing that unsigned, not famous, local region running shit. Lil Wayne is already a multi-platinum selling rapper, nigga. Before he's 21 years old, he's already multi a couple times over. He's a well-known name in the industry. He has the accolades. No rapper in that position ever had to do as much as Wayne had to do.
I gotta push back there. I don't think that's a South thing.
Yeah,
I definitely think that's a South thing.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that because one thing that's not being
a similar instance too.
Well, here's why I'm gonna push back on that.
With Cam's period, but that's also Cam with the Dipset tapes was kind of the period between SDE when the whole shit with the unfell out happened and then going into Rockefeller. So
the reason that a lot of people went the mixtape route was because of the 360 deal. I don't think it had to do necessarily with the regions.
That ain't Cash Money though.
Well, but I get it, but you had to follow the trend. So you know what's going on is what's going on because it wasn't just Wayne. It was Jeezy, it was T.I., it was Dipset, Ross. It was Ross, it was the Locks. It was a lot of people in that mixtape era that were dropping tapes because that was what was going on. In them 360 deals, niggas were dropping mixtapes because they could eat off of shows, and they didn't get taxed off of it because of the way their deals were structured. Once that Napster thing happened and everything like that, bro, I'm not gonna blame Wayne having to do that because of the region. I'm gonna say Wayne did that because that's where the best rappers were regarded, and I feel like
no.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but no. I agree initially, but no, nigga. You're talking about 72 mixtapes in a 2-year period.
Yeah, but that was the game.
No, it wasn't. Wayne created that game. No rapper did that much. Even when 50 got to his debut, he never kept dropping that many mixtapes. And his mixtapes were really servicing G Unit.
Okay.
Wayne
but I don't know if that's
let me hop in.
Listen. Wayne was doing squad up mixtapes before he went on a solo run. So when 50 was this is a backwards. 50's doing solo mixtapes with G Unit in the background. He gets on and then it's a lot of G Unit mixtapes, 50 rapping a little bit, but it's really Lloyd Banks and Buck and Yayo's show. Wayne does that opposite. It's squad up all of these niggas and then it goes to best rapper alive since the best rapper retired, which is a fucking insane classic that really gets questioned a lot in the history of Wayne's career outside of niggas who really know. From there to Carter 2, the reason why Wayne goes on a 72-track mixtape is not because the industry requires it. It's because niggas do not respect Carter 2 like it's supposed to be respected. It gets nominated for nothing that year. He does not win. He does not get acknowledged as one of the best rappers. T.I. is in the conversation, but he's barely in the conversation. Because niggas is still in this bitch like, nah, Jay coming back. This is happening. 50 is still, he third out? Is it Curtis at this point? Where is he at?
Yeah, that's in between Curtis and the Massacre.
Yeah, Kanye's killing the game. Jeezy and Nas is beefing on some hip hop is dead shit, on some you niggas can't rap shit.
I just don't think
Wayne did this shit because he was proving a point like, nigga, y'all gotta let me in this bitch, bro.
Yeah, but I think that was for him, not necessarily for the region. I don't think
it was for the reach, because if it's not for the reach, he doesn't go to New York and do this shit with Dipset. The whole purpose of him going to Dipset, even Manny leaving,
And them niggas saying, damn, you know what? Well, this just opens the door for us to work with more producers. If that's the case, nigga, you can go find a bunch of Southern producers. Go to JD. JD hot at the time. Go to all the niggas in the South. No, you specifically went to New York producers because the goal was they are not recognizing us.
I understand that, but I'm
You see what I'm
talking
saying?
about. I get what you're saying in that aspect. What I'm saying is the reason that music was releasing the way it was just because that's how the game went. I don't
No, I
think that it
think
had
Wayne
to do.
changed that for niggas, bro. I don't
I'm
think that was
I'm
happening
cool with
before
that.
Wayne.
I'm cool with him being the figurehead for that. But what I'm saying is, once the money got like that money, and you know this, man, the money got fucked up.
The money got fucked up
and
because of CDs and all that other shit.
right, like when that
like
happened, we saw a change from like think about it. We were talking about it earlier. You know how crazy my LimeWire game was. Like, nigga, I was eating off of that shit. And I feel bad in hindsight because I know artists now. But at the same time, I was eating for real.
Nigga, I was an artist.
Huh?
I was an artist and eating shit. Fuck all that. I don't feel bad.
That's crazy.
But I'm saying, but I'm saying, like, that changed it when those deals started getting more 360 deals and stuff. Like once artists were not eating off of albums no more. All right, cool. Well, since we're not gonna eat, y'all not gonna eat either. And thus we get to the raid in 07.
And it's funny. It's funny just to preface that because there's an interview. I put the interview, I think, in our chat at one point, but there's an interview like Matt Hoffa's My Expert Opinion where they talk with, I don't know if y'all heard of Self-Service, the producer. He did Dipset, Santana's Town, DMX, What's My Name, etc.
Yeah,
and he kind of goes into that with the producers, like how the same thing happened with them, where it's like, yo, like the money was nice in the late 90s because, bro, they had to pay you to show up with your equipment, go fucking, you was the only one with the beat. Then that shit goes to different hands, and then when it's in different hands and anybody could get it, the money dries up because it's like, well, I could go get this from whoever. I could go with this from the internet. And it's the same kind of the same with the music too.
Yeah, but the only reason why I say no to that, I agree with that for everybody else, not for Wayne. Cash Money is fine. Wayne is fighting to save that fucking label, and Wayne is fighting for fucking respect. That's it. He's literally going Kobe, nigga. Everybody else, yes. Like I always say that the Rick Ross mixtape run is because he's literally in Miami watching Wayne go stupid every day, and like, if I don't do this shit, I'ma fucking fall off.
So your argument is not necessarily for the whole region. In this
it ain't for the region. It's for Wayne. We're talking about Wayne and what Wayne had to do as a single artist. With like, nigga, if we're being honest, nigga, if we're talking 06, when is Carter 2? 06, right?
Basically, it was like the end of
early 07, right?
That is 06.
Okay, if we're talking 06 and we're really listing albums, how is Wayne not top 3 rappers?
What in the game 5. At that time?
Go top 5. How was Wayne not top 5?
How was he? I don't think he wasn't. I thought he was.
He was not talked in the conversation as that. He was like a 6 man. Like in the streets. So who was the 5 considered then? In the streets, he was top 5. He was probably top 3 in the streets because it's mixtape. But in the industry, you still got Jay, you got Nas, you got Kanye, you got who the fuck else? 50, and then you get maybe a T.I., and then Wayne is under that. It's Kingdom Come, it's Hip Hop Is Dead. These niggas are still holding albums that are
but that wasn't the same. That was heading into 07. That wasn't.
But that's my point. You're still, all of these albums came out the same year. Hip Hop Is Dead, Late Registration, Kingdom Come, Carter 2. All of these is in the same run. Wayne's not in that conversation. They're giving albums that are better, that are not as good as Carter 2, leeway, and saying, yo, these niggas is the top in the game. And it's like, nigga, how? And then that leads Wayne to go on an insane mixtape run where he's literally covering these niggas' records. Like, you telling me they're rapping better than me? You telling me, show me what you got. You telling me he's out rapping me? You telling me Nas is out rapping me? It's literally like Conan, nigga, I'm fighting for my career type shit. I'm fighting for y'all niggas to recognize me. You see what I'm saying? Where's and even Tip's still getting swept under the rug. It's like, yeah, he nice, you know what I'm saying? You get nothing, you get Swagger Like Us what year? 08?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Swagger
08.
Like Us 08. Like, nigga, you deserve the J feature in 06.
Easy. It's still like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like niggas is literally like, and Jeezy's only killing niggas because it's like you can't ignore the BMF shit is ignorant. You just can't ignore the hustle. He's not even being looked at as a rhymer. He's just being looked at as the greatest fucking dope boy of all time. But if you let niggas tell it, 50's not one of the best rappers in 06, 07, but he's still in the top 5 if we talking numbers.
But I think there's something to be said about reputation. Like, reputation is really what sells, is a big part of what sells records, and the casual fan.
That's very true.
So even if I can't look at the numbers as a qualifier for this conversation, like niggas knew. Dedication 1 was what, 05, right?
Yeah, so 05.
Yeah, that was 05. At that point, I can
Wayne
understand people missing the mark. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's at that point,
it depends on what you feel like the conversation is.
Right.
Like the mainstream conversation, music was looking like such a drowned out experience in general. Like at that time, people were absolutely like
05. Lupe's looked at as the next fucking savior of rap. Is it really drowned out? I don't think we get to a drowning point to 07, but
I'm saying like once the mixtape scene started happening in that 05, 04 realm, and specifically it's at its peak from 06 to 08. I would stretch to say peak to 11, but whatever.
You right with 11.
Yeah, I think 11, maybe 12 is probably when the mixtape. That's 6 to we definitely had that conversation, Larry, about revisiting that blog era. But regardless, I just don't necessarily know that Wayne wasn't getting that respect. I get what you're saying, but I think the argument that you're having is more so in 04 than it is in 06.
I think Wayne is. I think we get.
I would agree because I feel like at that point, at that age I was at, I remember like people were really liking Wayne around the time of Carter too. I feel like if you mention the Carter, I can see because it was like, okay, yeah, he's good, but like, you sure? But like 2, I feel like everybody was like, oh no, he out of here. Like this is about to be it.
That was a very strong divide. In the North is you sure, in the South is it's over with. But see, in the South, Carter 1 is an indication that nigga, it's up.
But see, this is where I would just end on this from my perspective on it. I feel like if you're coming up, we're all like teenagers at this point, young teenagers, or we're becoming teenagers at this point, right? So I feel like if you look at 02, right, that's when the Benzino thing happens. I feel like just as a culture, you start to see where people are not giving a fuck about some of this as much. Like what I'm for example, like XXL. I'm not saying that if you came up, you wanted to be a rapper. Of course you wanted the XXL. Of course you wanted the 5 mics. I'm not saying that you don't get that, but what you are starting to get is you're starting to get the rise of blogs. You're starting to get Ozone magazine. You're starting to get the Ozone awards. You're starting to get to the point where people are starting to like transfer away from going like to the like this is what my hip hop guideline is, and they're just going with what they like. And this is leading into why when you get the Wayne tapes, when you get the Jeezy tapes, when you get all these tapes we discussed, which again we'll split that up and you'll see it earlier when we talked about, as far as like the Gangsta Grillz and stuff like that, you start to see the variety of, okay, there isn't the regionalism like this because I can be from Memphis, but I fuck with Kanye, I fuck with Lupe, I fuck with different people. Prior to this, it is
segregated.
It's segregated like shit. But when you get to this point, I feel like Wayne and some of these other artists, it's like, I know for me, I would respect journalism because again, I do a podcast, so I have to respect, someone's opinion and what they are, because you have to be in this shit to understand it to a certain degree. So I definitely respect it. But it's just like how now with sports, where guessing from the stands is great, because if you get tired of hearing the program of ESPN every day, but you want to hear a perspective from some real people, you can go check a podcast out.
Plug.
Shameless. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But,
man, you know what I'm
We
saying?
always-
Listen, man, I
We was
appreciate you,
gonna
bro.
plug it, man.
but you know, it's just that. It's like you have people checking out different things, different aspects. So that's why I say this era that we discussed today is so important because it's kicking the door down of, all right, if I want to go listen to Game, I'm gonna listen to Game. If I want to go listen to this, I'm gonna go listen to this. Granted, I gotta go find a CD main. I gotta find, you know, the website that's not gonna crash and, you know, destroy my computer. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find this, but that's just really what it boils down to. So I get where you're coming from. I'm not disagreeing with you that this didn't exist for Wayne, because as an industry artist, he wasn't independent. He was on Cash Money, and Cash Money got that universal deal. So you have to live up to your rep. Yes, Wayne 110% had to fight the media criticism. He is the Kobe Bryant. Like, that is his thing.
Yeah.
He is Kobe. Like, that is, it's no doubt. He picked that for a reason. He knew what the fuck he was doing. Jay is Mike, Wayne is Kobe, Drake is LeBron. Like, it is what it is. But Wayne had to do that. But because Wayne was going through that for the industry, it allowed everybody else to have the creativity to say, okay, let's just start putting these mixtapes out. Instead of, because again, this is where you're starting to see, okay, we're going back from the freestyles. I'm putting my own original shit out. That is due to Wayne. That's due to Jeezy. That's due to T.I. Like, let's start just putting our own original shit out. So it is a catch-22 because you are correct, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I do feel like this is the beginning of when people stop giving a fuck.
No, that's a fact.
Because
about the region, you don't care.
Because, and not even
Okay.
just the region, because now, okay,
it's good music. It's the music good.
Yeah, because 106 ain't gonna play what I like. Rap City ain't gonna play what I like.
Well, it ain't even that, because they still playing what I like. What happens is, this is the beginning of the fan. This is the weirdest part of this game. It's literally piracy. It's like some Peter Pan shit, nigga. The internet shit gives the fans the fucking voice for a window until we get to about 2011.
Right. And now, and because of this, now people can do what the fuck they want, and they don't have to feel like, again, we're going from, you have to record at the studio, you have to go do this, you have to go do that, and then I say 12, Earl, because of the importance of what Chief Keef is showing, you know, kids recording in their fucking bathroom, you know what I'm saying, and making...
Yes, 1,000,000%. 12, stretch it to 12, yeah, 12, 100%. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, dog. It's all about that perspective at that time, because again, you start to see, like you mentioned, you see Ross, who had mixtapes, but then you see he puts in effort to drop Albert Anastasia in those tapes. You know, it's not just, okay, let me just put the throwaways on the mixtape and throw it out. It's like, okay, this is the thing that I have to do. So
that's where he started beating Wayne, because Wayne was sloppy, and he was like, nah, I'm gonna start making these art pieces. I'm gonna say this though, and I think this is true to it. This is just my opinion. If the internet doesn't happen, if LimeWire doesn't happen, the leaks, the dat piffs, and this shit doesn't happen, I don't think Wayne never gets the respect he deserves. I think if Wayne drops every
Now
album,
there's a conversation we can have. Yes.
I don't think Wayne ever gets the respect he deserves. I think Ross still gets through. I don't know if Jeezy. I think Jeezy gets through off of just the streets alone. I think we miss out on a lot of niggas though, and I think Wayne is
Def
caught
Jam
up
was
in that
too
list of niggas
invested
that
in
we
him.
miss out on.
And you know why?
Right.
Def Jam was too invested in Jeezy for him not to succeed, as well as Ross. It was almost like it was kind of, in a weird way, Jeezy and Ross, and this is going to sound crazy, but just hear it from a marketing standpoint. It was what Puff wanted to do with Craig Mack and Biggie, in a sense of, like, that package of something new and something fresh, because real talk, Jeezy and Ross for the mainstream, it was fresh and new. You hadn't heard nobody talk about.
I mean,
Jay and LA got off on them.
It's X and Hov if Eagles weren't played a part.
Exactly. Even though they did eventually have some issues, but my point in that is, you're 1,000,000% right. Wayne was not a industry-made baby. If anything, Wayne is one of the most successful,
which is crazy,
because you're successful already
Mhm.
by
Yo, I'm gonna
part of
be
one
out,
in
y'all
the
boys.
industry.
Right.
Yo, be safe, Josh.
All right,
Be
Josh.
safe, Josh.
Check it out, boys.
For sure.
Yes, sir. But you're right. He's not really an industry baby. It's a weird thing that Wayne is a literal one of one, and then he started a whole army of one of ones after him. Like
No, he's the
it's I
prototype for
had
sure.
He's a
I
machine.
did everything successful, but essentially I really had 2 careers. He might be the first artist with 2 careers.
That's a fact. That's a real fact.
I mean, you're not gonna find another rapper in a group that went and did what Wayne did. I don't care what you say about Q-Tip, Busta.
None of them.
None of them gonna touch Wayne.
No, I would agree. I was gonna say 2, because I know we were discussing like, because Larry, you brought up the Ozone magazine and like those websites, but I also think it was the DJs too, because you can go and realize, like, even with Drama was messing with guys from up north, like, because we mentioned before, like, he had Gangsta Grillz with Jones, with Styles, like, with all those guys. But then also you had the guys from the East Coast, like the Big Mics, the Evil Empires,
Trevor
DJ
Hollis,
Thoros,
the
Trevor
Empire,
Hollis, and K Slay, who were putting cats from the South on their tapes also.
Right.
So I feel like it was that, like, all right, well, yeah, I know what's on the mission. Let me go see what the new Big Mike tape got. And then Big Mike, like Mike and Thorough, had a lot of those like compilation tapes where they were just putting out whatever was hot, and then plus some freestyles laced in. Oh shit, this guy's nice, whatever. And like Drama, I guess Drama's tapes were had more notoriety, but I feel like with all those DJs, like you could go get lost in one of the mixtapes and find a bunch of artists. Like, oh shit, let me go see what they got. Then you get to the DJ streams and the DJ spins, and you get to like all of that shit.
It's the greatest era of DJ ever.
Even Green Lantern too, to a degree.
Static Selective. I mean,
it's the greatest era of the DJ era.
I mean, shit. We got an invasion later on down the years, but you know, we got an invasion Gangsta Grillz tape, which is fucking. We got like 3 of those, right?
Like 3 of them, yeah.
Because Champions Tape 3 was one. The French Waka tape was one.
No, that's what we need to do. We need to have a conversation about DJs, because realistically, if you want to say who saved the industry and saved a lot of careers,
what did we say?
It was the fucking DJs in the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, you missed it earlier, but we did.
we went down. We went down like the drama.
We did a whole joint.
We did a deep dive on Drama.
I've had a whole argument about Drama versus Khaled.
And the argument is,
I think if there's a versus, I'm going with Drama. I know Khaled got the winners as far as big records, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if you get to playing them bitches in the crowd, Drama gonna pull shit out the bag.
If Drama can play songs that he
Drama
on his Gangsta Grillz, Drama,
it's a problem. It's a problem.
I can't look you in the eye because my webcam, but let me look you in the eye. If Drama is playing songs from his Gangsta Grillz versus Khaled's records, Drama is wiping the floor.
Floor, nigga.
Oh, he's
he's
smoking Khaled.
I have never seen a 20-0 versus. That might be the first 20.
Nigga, I'm gonna tell you where it's over. I'm gonna tell you exactly where it's over, and it's not a rap record. I'm gonna tell you where it's over if Drama gets them playing shit off Gangsta Grillz mixtapes, and it's not a rap record. It's a song called "No Bullshit" by Chris Brown. It's over. It's a fucking.
That is true.
We went through the tapes earlier. Let me tell you something. If Drama plays any Chris Brown, Jeremiah,
hey. Jeremiah Late Nights. Jeremiah Late Nights is also in my top 3 Drama mixtapes that did not get a no DJ version that we should have gone untagged. It's another discussion for another day. That in my mind?
Yeah,
but for real, those are my top 2.
So what I'm saying is, if you get into that, then dog, it's
ugly.
It's a whole. Listen, I respect those early Khaled albums. I will never disrespect those.
It's a lot of hype,
but it's a whole bunch of hype. And bro, at the end of the day, I mean, I say this with all due respect, but like for what Drama, and this is how we can end it off this. For what Drama did and the impact that he had, I will never disrespect Clue, because Clue is the prototype. But Drama is the one, and he's not 2. And
1,000,000%.
And
Facts.
I respect Clue for the albums, what Clue was able to do. I respect Khaled. I respect the others who, originally produced that shit. Shout out to Static Selector, DJ Burn one. It's so many ones, right? But there's not gonna be one touching Drama. And really his right-hand man too, because if you add Cannon, that's the tag team champs of the world. Like they are the Hardy Boys of DJs. Like you are not.
Oh, that's a top 5 tag in hip hop history.
It'd be a fire. It'd be a fun. I mean, I don't really care about the score, but a fun like you could just listen to these shits back to back. I would love to hear Clue Duro versus Drama and Cannon. Because Clue and Duro did a lot of shit.
Yeah, Clue and Duro, they did.
Clue
and Duro did a lot of shit.
I'm not talking about Fab. I'm talking about the X shit, some of the early Hove shit.
Yeah,
a lot of Rockefeller stuff. Like Hove and Clue and Duro have done so fucking much.
Okay, so if we talking just DJ and producers, then I would say the best one that you could possibly make, and Crown gonna go up when I say this, is DJ Drama and Don Cannon versus DJ Scream and DJ Spins. Because if you get into what Spins as a producer does,
that's a fact.
Spins has done a lot. That's a fact.
It doesn't get talked about.
Spins had an era, a real era.
Spins
and I was around that era in real time. Like
same here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we ain't just talking about the tapes, but just what Spins has done as a producer and what he doesn't get credited for. There's some records that y'all don't even know Spins is
pre-tag DJ Spins.
Nigga, that early 2000 teens in Atlanta, it's a lot of niggas.
Because and another thing, the Crown
Metro Boomin is famous a lot earlier than people know.
Oh no, and that's what I was gonna say, man. Like some of those like Spin Stewie Rock records that was out at the time, like, bro. Listen. We gonna end it here, but we will definitely come back and have another discussion. We're gonna have to get it set up, man. We can't spoil y'all too much. Like we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to let this breathe, but we'll definitely circle back around this and Crown. We'll definitely let you know when that's gonna happen, man. But
for sure, I can't fuck around with y'all, man. Y'all niggas got me talking.
Nah, Mr. Man, man, the South, man. Like,
I gotta respect.
The South got something to say. Like, no,
I'm a lyricist from the South. I gotta fight for that respect because we lost a lot of legends in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the next conversation, we're gonna talk about how disrespected Crit was in this shit.
Oh, but, I gotta have Amp on for that one, Earl. I have to have Amp on for that. But, hey, man. Nah, I'm here for the bullshit.
Look, man, I'm here for it too, but I don't want to get into it. But Crit has himself to blame on some of that. And that's
But you know what? I have an idea, and Earl, I'll get with y'all later on that when we have that conversation.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
We'll make it proper. But I want to say thank you to Van. Thank you for coming through, brother.
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to everybody who came through the chat on the comments. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate Crown for coming through 2 weeks in a row.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Be honest with you, we're gonna have to split this up, man. So y'all gonna get part 1 when we talk about the tapes, and then we might just have to title that Crown when South got something to say, man, for real. Like we're gonna have that one might just be North versus South. We'll come up with something creative for that
North
one.
versus South.
No.
I ain't doing
you gonna have that shit.
I'll let him fly.
Listen, let me say this. I grew up on the North, so there's always respect to
but
the
niggas. It's respectful chaos though. You feel me? So it's respectful chaos because no one was disrespectful, nothing like that. But they just, it's a great conversation to have. Of course, Earl, this is too nice and so appreciate you, man.
Man, listen, bro, we've been podding this year for real, man. Trust me, we got something going for All-Star Weekend. My guy, I will let you in on it. We'll talk. But I do want to get a quick plug, man. Ladies and gentlemen, on February 22nd, 2022, in the year of our Lord, Crown will be dropping his next project, Leader. It'll be available on all DSPs. You can go to Shopforeveropen.com and pre-order that bad boy right now for yourself.
Sure.
It's only $10. Come on, man. You pay more for Chick-fil-A. So tap in, you know what I'm saying? And definitely, man, support people that really do this thing. So that's my plug, man. Y'all know where to find me each and every week, a guest from the stands. And shoot, man, like I said, Larry, Nelson. It's family, dog. So, we definitely working.
You're
So that's
already.
one thing we're doing is putting in the work.
Yes,
That's
sir.
love, man. So we appreciate y'all boys coming through, man. And we're gonna catch y'all faithful listeners next time. Y'all stay tuned. We got plenty more surprises in the future. And y'all just
Definitely.
stay posted, man. And we'll catch y'all on the next time.
In the words of
Peace.
Nori, y'all be cool how you be cool. All right, water.
All right, water.
Facts.
Water.